Hello, everybody. Musty Hobbit here, and it is March 23rd, 2017. Just setting up the Hangout for tonight. So expect that we'll have people here soon. Today is the day of the Overwatch anniversary mode and event launching. So while we probably won't, I guess people don't like to talk about Overwatch a whole lot on these, or at least there's a select few of us. I wanted to at least acknowledge that as being something important. E3 is in a couple weeks. So I expect I'll be talking about E3 predictions soon, if not tonight. So I don't know. Memorial Day is this upcoming weekend for those in the States. So we're looking forward to an extended weekend. I know we are. My son is going to go stay with grandma for the weekend, which is kind of nice. So we're going to hang out with some old friends, and I expect I'll be. Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Lights started flickering a bit ago, so if I cut out, my power probably went out.
Ooh, that's sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Storms
Not a
or
high risk. It's just it got windy for some reason.
Gotcha. Well, that's no good. Have you, aside from all of the messages that I blasted that group with, did you yet or
Overwatch?
Yeah,
I haven't played any yet.
Talk about it quickly before everybody else gets here who doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, some of those skins are pretty cool. I haven't really looked into detail about the event. I know there's that 3v3 mode.
Yeah, so that's interesting because what we had done, we'd gotten into a rhythm with the three that we had.
Yeah, which is good timing, I guess.
Yeah, actually, it is really good timing. It just means that we need to find at least two other combinations that work.
Yeah.
I anticipate they were just not seeing enough traffic in the arcade mode, and so that was maybe a way to kind of encourage that.
Yeah.
But no, it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it at some point.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of bias towards a couple skins being good, but no one's mentioning the other ones.
The other ones, what do you
like? Just the other skins that are available, huh?
Yeah, there's some. The Zarya one looks weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, that one's a little bit odd. A couple of them are hit or miss. I'm gonna pull the list up.
Well, someone was speculating that these were Titan skins, or that these would have been character models in Titan.
That makes sense.
Which explains kind of the cybernetic kind of difference. Bastion looks like it's Dune Buggy Bastion is what it's specifically called.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I didn't see the title of that, but I actually like that skin. Same with Soldier, which is good because those are my two characters.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to play Genji now with this Sentai skin, which looks very Kamen Rider, but I guess Sentai is more recognizable.
Yeah, he.
Lucio is pretty decent too.
Yeah, Lucio's is cool. He's got actually, I think he has like a trumpet on his back. Like he's supposed to be a like jazz musician or something.
Yeah. Hanzo.
It kind of looks like his gun anyway.
Like I get what they're going for with Hanzo, but could have done a little better.
I need to look at those pictures again.
Yeah, I've just got the group open. Symmetra is strange. Not
yeah,
bad,
I don't know.
Just a little odd.
So I should really pull up. I was going to say, there's people watching who have no idea what we're talking about. I would recommend finding something that has the Overwatch skins if you're inclined. There's some decent ones. Yeah, that Genji does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
He almost looks like a Mega Man.
Yeah, he does.
Robot Master.
Robot Master. But it's an obvious riff on Kamen Rider, if you're familiar with that at all.
I'm not.
Okay, but like Power Rangers is based off Super Sentai,
sure.
hence the Sentai. But Kamen Rider is kind of more of like a bug type looking outfit with like the helmet is very Kamen Rider type. But I guess Sentai would be more of a recognizable reference rather than like Kamen or Tokusatsu or something.
I like the Diva.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Diva a lot. That powder blue is pretty sweet. I'm glad there's not a ton of them. Like there's not like it's not. I don't feel inclined to get all of them.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like I like the Tracer, the gas mask, like graffiti artist look is interesting. Yeah. Her, I like her look from Uprising. Diva's cool. The Lucio, I can get behind these.
Yeah. My signal is going to hell. I'm gonna turn my video off and then I'm gonna plug the laptop in wired, see if that helps. Rather than Wi-Fi. So I'll be right back.
Okay. So while I question where everybody else is. Rocket Sauce has appeared. I have pickups today, though. Right. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. Finally, right? It's been like 3 weeks.
I got some stuff. Nothing really cool yet.
You capitalized last week.
Yeah, I mean it was a good Friday. That's what happened. You know, when every store you go to just keeps having stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick with it when it's strike when the iron's hot to keep going.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I have something that I have questions on, and then I have other hopefully somebody can help me identify the purpose of this one thing.
Missed some of the
content. In general,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just stuff. Just like
pickup stuff.
Mostly got some stuff apparently this week.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I actually got pickups this week.
Yeah. I have one pickup to show, and it arrived 2 days after last week's Hangout.
Yeah,
I'm also getting something tomorrow.
My copy of Donkey Kong should be coming soon. Finally.
Just in time for it not to be the game of the month.
Well, it goes to mid, right?
No, it's all of June. They're not going mid-month. They're at least they haven't decided to go mid-month. Unless that's changed in the last
what do you mean by mid-month?
So there was talk that they might go from the 15th to the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Truly monthly, but I think that just throws off your you have to have every game then straddles May, June or June, July. So I think what they're doing is just letting Donkey Kong function as a May and June, and then July will be. I think that's the intent, but I may be wrong.
I didn't know that, but
I also haven't spoken to Curtis about this, so this is not fact checked.
Yeah, it would be a little odd to scatter it like mid-month, because that would be like how they do it with the games with gold games. They just stagger.
Maybe you could join
later.
tonight and clarify this stuff.
Mhm.
Clarify for us.
Not holding my breath.
Yeah, we should push it at him. And Matt.
Is Matt the guest for that month?
So I have no idea who the guest is, but Matt seems to he's killing it apparently.
Either he really loves it.
He might. I don't know.
I mean, I like
I've not
it.
heard who the
It's a little difficult, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I have not heard who his guest is going to be. But I like the idea. I mean, we were speculating, right? And I think we all kind of wanted, or we all kind of landed on this being not only a good idea, but something that the club, could use. We just need to encourage it as much as possible. We should start putting together a list for them of games for CC Portable. If we're already planning the main club games until
Yep. All right, let's start cracking on this here. What can we say for?
we can start brainstorming here.
Yeah, I've got one for like if they want an RPG for the portable and there's a shorter game for the main month, would be Lunar Silver Star Harmony or Silver Star Story, any version of it. I just like the PSP version.
It's on PSP. What else is it on?
It's most people would probably play it on like Sega CD or Saturn. I think that's what it was on. No, PlayStation.
Okay.
PlayStation.
So that's not this. I'm sorry. That's the Sega CD version, but it's on PSP.
No, it's also on those systems, but this is like it's closest to the PlayStation 1 version, but it's got redrawn, hand-drawn animation that looks really good.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's mostly a console game, so I guess that doesn't count.
Yeah, that's gonna. I'm trying to think. You could get your Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably do one. Yeah, we could probably get 1 and 2. Like you would. That's the one. That's the one nice thing is that portable. A lot of those games are conducive to being super short. So, you could probably pull off a series.
Yeah. We already did Luigi's Mansion for a main club game, didn't we?
No.
When?
No.
Okay. I guess I must have had some other reason for playing that. Oh, well, I was going to suggest Luigi's Mansion 2, if that was the case.
I know he's got, Grand Theft Auto, one of the Grand Theft Autos that's on the PSP.
Chinatown Wars.
Yeah. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Tetris DS is the next one.
Mm.
So you got your puzzle game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have your platformer, your puzzle game. I mean, is that effectively a GTA game? I mean, it is a GTA game, but
yeah.
Like, how does that play? I've never actually played.
It's probably like the top-down ones, like with PS1.
Would you consider Donkey Kong this to be an arcade game?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't. I mean, yes, I suppose you could call it an arcade game. I have not played it, and I don't know how the actual gameplay beyond like the third level. I don't.
Yeah, basically, it's just more. To me, it's basically more Donkey Kong. It's so if you've played the original Donkey Kong, it's every level is basically like more, where it's just more. There's not the same level repeating. It's they had a little different things where you have to get
just like right. It was the same. It was the same couple.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 levels in the original Donkey Kong game, and it just keeps repeating until until like the screen starts getting a kill screen where it disappears. This one just keeps going on with a different level where you get. After the first 4 levels, it goes into level 1, and then I think there's 8 levels in the first level, and then it goes level 2. And then at the halfway point, it's like you can save at the halfway point of the levels, at the beginning and the halfway point. So And then I think there's 90 levels in this game, so if you know what you're doing, it shouldn't take very long. But some of them, because it's you have to figure out how to get the key to open the door. That's the thing, is there's a key to open each door until the last one where you run into Donkey Kong with was it Paulina or something? Is the woman in the Donkey Kong series?
Believe so.
I know it begins with a P.
I can't remember.
It's probably just Pauline. Not sure.
So what are our other big portable genres?
Not
RPG.
genres, but I thought of another couple. Like we could do Metroid 2, because we've done Super Metroid as a main club game. That would be another relation. Could do some of the Castlevania games on either GBA or DS.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good one right there with either you could do Harmony or Aria, or you can do the Rondo.
Yeah, I could do the Dracula X collection with Rondo of Blood. That would be technically a console game though, so it would be a little strange. But
I think the first playthrough is you have to unlock Rondo. You have to. So it's I think Rondo, but it's polygony, it's not pixelated.
Yeah, it's a 3D remake, and you don't have to finish the 3D remake in order to unlock the original. Otherwise, I wouldn't unlock the original. But
they were talking on Phoenix, right? They were talking a Phoenix Wright game or like a Layton game.
Or Trauma Center.
Phoenix Wright would be great.
I think Trauma Center would be an awesome one.
Yep.
And there's a
little frustrating, but it would be cool.
Sure. It's possible that portable games may actually be more conducive to beat my score challenges. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I can't speak of it at this time, so.
Oh. Gotcha.
So no, it is not.
It's not conducive ever.
Shut your mouth.
What if we did?
It'd be interesting to see how he could pull off. Is there a first-person shooter that's a portable, or
Duke Nukem Advance?
Metroid Prime Hunters.
Metroid Prime Hunters. That's a much more logical response than Duke Nukem Advance.
And then you said so. You nominated RPG. There's a few RPGs, I guess, right?
Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Is there a fighter?
I know
there's Street Fighter 4.
Combat on the Game Gear.
I actually, as a kid, I like that port. I imagine it's slow and not as good, but as a kid, that was good enough for me.
Guilty Gear Judgment.
Yeah.
Was that on?
It's PSP. It's a fighting game. It's got X2 in there, Guilty Gear X2 or whatever it's called. But it's also a side-scrolling beat 'em up. That's original to the PSP.
I'm gonna open a Word doc and just start writing down nominations just for fun of it for tonight.
Good idea. Yeah, because I put in the suggestions thread that we should have a suggestions for CC Portable, just like we have a suggestions for the main.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're going to call it, whether it be Prime or whatever they want to refer to the main show as. What about Lilo and Stitch?
That's like shoot 'em up, right? That's not a bad nomination.
It's a run and gun. It's a mental slug.
Yeah. Also with kind of shoot 'em up ish hybrid type games like that Astro Boy game I can't remember the name of.
Yeah, made by isn't that a Treasure game or is that
I believe so.
It is Treasure, you're right.
Yeah. A kind of more off the beaten path first person shooter on PSP that I haven't played in a while, so I don't know how good this actually is from memory. But there's Coded Arms, which had two games. Almost had a PS3 game, but didn't. I don't know if that's actually good, but I liked it at the time. Of course, I can't see my PSP games from here. That's irritating.
About Peace Walker.
That's stealth?
Yeah.
Peace Walker, yeah, that's stealth. And it's optional if you want to play it on a console. It's optional. It's on the PlayStation. It's on the HD remake, but it was originally on PSP.
Ooh, Derek suggested NES remix on the 3DS.
That's arcade.
But that's also on Wii U.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true.
not disqualifying it,
we
just-
should almost ask Curtis. Does it have to be strictly portable? You know,
Mega Man
Great.
0.
granted, if you look at Vintage Video Game Geek, he was playing this on his Super Game Boy or Super Game Boy.
Hey,
So,
I just thought of one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So people are already taking the element of it being portable out of it, you know. But
Yeah.
still,
But here's
Which
a
is
good. Go ahead, Musty.
Yeah, I'm here.
Were you saying something?
No.
Okay. Anyway, my suggestion would be then. I'm getting delay. It's weird. Anyway, so my suggestion for another one that would link to the main cast would be Link Between Worlds.
it's action adventure, right?
I would assume
Yeah.
so. Yes.
I'm just giving as many categories as possible here. So,
Yeah. I am trying to think of a fighting game, but I'm failing.
Well, I know they put Street
Well,
Fighter
Guilty
4
Gear,
on Game
but
Boy
that's-
Advance, but no,
Yeah.
that's
I-
fine. No.
I said Guilty Gear, but even then, that was a friggin' side-scrolling beat 'em up with a console fighting game attached to it.
How about beat 'em ups? Any beat 'em ups that are portable?
Yeah, but I can't think of any. I want to
That's
say
fine. This is just topic of discussion for today,
Yeah.
basically.
topic of discussion.
What about
just to think about.
like? What about like a? There's a lot of strategy RPGs, right?
Do you-
could
do- so
you
It
get
would
Fire
have to.
Emblem.
It would almost have to be a Fire Emblem game.
Do we want to say? Do we want to break? Do we
Or
include one? Do we want to say RPGs separately? Like, do we want to get specific, like strategic, or do you want to say in JRPG, or do you want?
Or action RPG.
Yeah. Or do you want to just lump them all into RPG for this?
I feel like we kind of already
I
have.
think the
But
purpose. Yeah, it's. I mean, you could probably stratify RPGs into 12 different ones and just always have an RPG of some sort if you really
Yeah.
wanted to. But that's not conducive to, I think, what the spirit of what they're aiming for would be. But I think it would be good once in a while to pop in something if Curtis is inclined. But you could do your Fire Emblems, you could do your Advance Wars if you want to just say strategy game and not necessarily an RPG. You could do.
section.
What would you say Phoenix Wright is?
What about that?
Uh,
What's it called?
Phoenix Wright would be
Boktai? The one with the sun, the sun sensor on the GBA.
I have no clue, but with
Yeah, like,
Phoenix
what-
Wright, that would be like a visual novel / mystery.
Mm-hmm. Like
Is
your
that-
Layton or your.
Because it's
Yeah.
not choose your own adventure, because there is an ending. You have to win the case. Otherwise, if you fail the case, you have to do it
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah, but it's got that visual novel setup in terms of how the story plays out. But then you have to solve the case. and
What
gather evidence.
about?
I would
Sorry,
call it.
this is just
I would call it almost a point and click adventure game type. So it's like a visual novel adventure type.
and the only reason.
There's lots of
Well,
hidden object games. Is that what they were?
Yeah.
People are calling them hidden object.
Okay, because I'm trying to think of I've never heard of mystery novel
Yeah.
as a game genre before, and I'm not
Hotel Dusk.
questioning you. Just question. I'm just wondering what the the generic.
Yeah,
No.
well, I'm referring to like the Japanese visual novels, like where they just have like Steins Gate or Clannad or those kind of games.
Mhm.
I know there's probably a way better example I could be bringing up for non-anime people. One that's kind of popular around is just that you've probably seen the title of is Hakuoki. That's probably another visual novel game. Not that I'm suggesting that for a club game, but just that kind of style, where it's mostly just picture and text, and you're going through the story that way. So that's how they present it in Phoenix Wright and like Trauma Center, those type of games. And then there's also the evidence gathering and mystery stuff. So it's kind of like a point and click adventure, like that.
I'll be right back. I'm listening, but
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm just writing down suggestions, so if I'm not talking, it's because I'm typing here.
Yeah.
Just keep thinking here.
I probably just had another one, but I've forgotten what it was.
Yeah, I guess visual novel is a genre.
It is. I can confirm this is a genre.
It's listed as adventure game / visual novel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly what I was thinking for it. But Okay, the other point I was going to bring up is because it's portable. It doesn't necessarily have to even stick to. I know this is going to be an iffy suggestion, but doesn't have to necessarily be a game console game because it's we could do a mobile game, like one of the higher end mobile games, because that's portable as well, obviously.
Mhm.
So we could do something like The Room or Monument Valley or Lara Croft Go, those kind of games.
Mhm.
Bringing mobile games into it would be a little
put
sketchy,
mobile.
but
I'll put mobile as a category.
yeah.
Mobile.
Musty off camera in the chat said Elite Beat Agents.
Is that a mobile game?
No, DS. It's like a music rhythm game, which is another category to think of.
Rhythm. There you go. Keep them coming. I have yet to write a title in these categories. I'm just writing categories right now. Across.
Yeah, so it would be a rhythm game. And Rhythm Heaven would be an obvious recommendation for that, just because it has a rhythm in the title. I'll resist mentioning Hatsune Miku.
I'm not gonna spell that.
No one else. No one's gonna play that, much less spell it.
This is all about helping Curtis out here with this.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let's go with that.
Rhythm. I look how to spell rhythm. Well, thank you, Google. All right.
I would lend a hand, but I brain farted on it as soon as I tried to say it.
So I got platformers, stealth, action adventure, RPG, arcade, fighting, run and gun, mobile, and rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Shmup? Shoot 'em up?
Yeah, shmups. There's probably a ton of them, but I can't think of any. Not that aren't also on consoles, at least.
Oh, I imagine there's got to be something on the Game
I know,
Boy or
it's
PSP. Yeah. Driving. That's
sure.
another one.
What?
Driving.
Yeah, a racing game. We could do a mobile, not a mobile. We could do a portable Burnout game, but that would be a little close.
I saw one
There's
at
another,
Goodwill the other day.
I'm sure you did. But here's another portable game for suggestion, and it's on PSP or DS, is Exit. And it's a puzzle game.
Puzzle?
I think it would be puzzle. You're trying to like escape and rescue people out of a building. I guess that would be like a puzzle platformer, maybe.
Mhm. Beat 'em ups.
Oh yeah, I was gonna read Derek's other. He bugged me for not reading his, but reading Musty's. I was going to mention you mentioned Pursuit Force. I just forgot about it. Sorry. Pursuit Force would be an interesting one on PSP.
What is that?
It's kind of a driving game, but it's like a police thing where you drive and then you can also jump out of the cars and jump onto other cars, and there's shooting segments.
Okay, this is what I have so far for genres. I have platformers, stealth, action adventure, RPG, arcade, fighting, run and gun, mobile, rhythm, shoot 'em up, racing, puzzle, beat 'em up. Yeah, that's what I got so far. Am I missing any more genres here?
See, I just keep thinking game. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get too creative.
Game.
Video game.
Games. Well, I was saying like you got like Luminous, which is kind of a music game, but it's more a puzzle music game.
Puzzle rhythm.
There's
It's not really rhythm,
there's
but
a lot of cross genre mashups.
Yeah, genre
here.
hybrid.
I'm just trying to think. Brain Age, which is really just puzzle games.
Educational.
Game of the month.
Yeah, you can do all the all the Imagine games.
Oof.
What's that one that Bill always buys?
Cooking Mama.
What's that brand
That
called?
wouldn't be a bad one. I don't know.
Nintendogs.
Oh god.
Pet Simulation.
So yeah, there's lots of sim.
Yeah,
Right.
another RPG we could do would be Golden Sun because that's all portable.
Yeah. So the one I was thinking of, just to derail you guys for a second, is it's a GBA game. I think it was called Boktai. The sun is in your hand, and you're dungeon crawling, but your weapon is powered by the sun, and so you actually have to go outside and show the sensor to the sun to charge up your weapon.
You have to praise the sun to charge your weapon.
Yes. Like in real life, you have to take the cartridge, you have to take the gaming cartridge out and like hold it up to the sky and
I do get the
charge
concept.
up the weapon. Yeah. But yes, it is praising the sun.
We do more Mario RPG type games.
Could do one of the Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi. Yeah.
You could just get down to your Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Guys, we forgot about sports.
Sports.
I'm sure there's some interesting sports games portable, but I do not know of any.
That's the joy of finding out.
Yeah, the first one I thought it was SSX on Tour, but that's also on PS2.
We could play one of the Tony Hawk's that's mobile.
No, thank you. Although the Game Boy Advance games are different, obviously.
Pull up the old Cartridge Club website just to take a look at previous games we played to see if there's a genre we're forgetting about.
I've been doing that, but I'm not seeing any other genres.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, do you think there's is there a dungeon crawler type, like action
There is. I'm sure
RPG type?
I'm sure there's a better suggestion than this, but Orcs and Elves on DS would be one like that. Kind of like the old school PC ones where you move once and then the other characters on the board move. But it's not like turn-based. Just each motion you do, which is in real time, will move everything else. So it's kind of almost board gamey, the movement, but like those old style PC dungeon crawlers, or something that calls back to it, like Legends of Grimrock.
Yeah.
But
you could even get into some of like
portable. I
the Steam World games, right? Like, or what is that code name? Steam?
Yeah, that's a strategy RPG, maybe.
I bought several copies of that game and a good one.
So if any one of the three of us knows what the hell genre that game is,
I think that's RPG.
Yeah, I remember being a strategy type.
Well,
they plug in Fire Emblem characters, right?
Yeah,
probably. No, it was Valkyria Chronicle, right? No, that's a Sony thing. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. It would definitely be Fire Emblem because that's Nintendo. I got mixed up somehow. I know there's Valkyria Chronicle characters in something, so I'm not entirely wrong. Just mostly wrong.
I'm just trying to think of because if you go 3D, I was trying to think, like, if you went with a exclusively 3DS game, have a 3DS, you're out.
Yeah.
But
we talking about
this
exclusive 3DS
to be said for just about every game, right? There's not a lot of portable stuff. There's not a lot of the
multi-platform.
There's some examples like the Chinatown Wars. It was on both PSP and GB or ND, right?
Yeah.
But but it's like there's not an iteration the on the 3DS of that game the same in that manner.
Well, so far I got platformers, stealth, action adventure, RPG, arcade fighting, run and gun, mobile, rhythm, shoot 'em up, racing, puzzle, beat 'em up, educational, sports, first person shooter.
Mm-hmm. Not a whole lot
majority
of
of genres.
fighting games, but hell if I can think of any others.
All right.
I mean, the Game Boy version of Killer Instinct would not be a good suggestion.
No. Like I said, I know there's Street Fighter 4 on the
The 3D version.
the 3DS, but I don't know how good that is. Smash Brothers,
Mm-hmm. That is a unique title on the 3DS.
and it plays great too on the 3DS.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
there were people saying
one game other than Mario Party known for breaking sticks off of consoles.
So party games, huh? Party games.
I had to bring that into it, didn't I?
Hey, it's another genre. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Party is kind of it.
I imagine there's got to be something weird, you know? Yeah.
No, I'm sure. It's just kind of like off the top of any of our heads. I'm sure that's the only one we can think of.
Okay. So platformers, I guess. Let's start by the genres here. So platformers, what are you guys thinking here? I'm gonna say the Mario Land series, like Mario Land 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Mario Land, Wario Land, Kirby.
I already mentioned. No, that's not a platformer. Never mind. This is DS exclusive, but Legendary Starfy. Ooh.
Like, what's on the show?
Yeah, because I'm out of ideas.
You could do the Ninja Turtle games.
Yeah. Which ones?
The Game Boy ones, original Game Boy.
Oh, I'm just not familiar with those. That's why I couldn't think of them.
Do I have 2 boxes going here?
Yeah, there's 2 of you. One of you is frozen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We closed. I had to plug in close on me here, so.
You want me to kick other you out?
Yeah, kick the other me out. Oot.
Let me just make sure which one. Here, I'm going to mute one of them and hopefully I get the right one. Okay, no, that's... That one, yeah, this is the one.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not a platformer, but before I forget about it, Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime would be another good one. It's also DS exclusive, but it's not an RPG. That would be... That's a weird one. I don't even know what to classify that as.
What did you say after Kirby? What was your suggestion?
I didn't say Kirby.
TMNT. I said Kirby.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to get all the platformers here.
Yeah.
We had Mario Lands, the Mario Lands, Wario Land, Kirby. We can stop there. I mean, if you think of another one, we can come back to it.
Yoshi's New Island or Yoshi's Island DS.
You could even go so far as to do Woolly World.
Yeah, Yoshi and Poochie.
On 3DS.
Yeah. Same with 3DS Mario type games would be 3D Land.
3D Land, yeah. Are there a lot of 2D platformers for portable? Like Mario platformers?
I'm sure there are 2D ones. There's New Super Mario Bros. And that's on the DS, and New Super Mario Bros. 2 on 3DS.
Okay.
And Mario Land.
What was the 3D one called? Mario 3D Land?
Yeah.
3D.
Super Mario 3D Land. 3D World is the Wii U one.
And there's the new Donkey Kongs too.
that only returns, and that's on 3DS. But that's also on Wii, so that's probably what most people would play it on.
Not me.
Yeah. You got all those weird Donkey Kong ones, like Tilt and was it Tilt and Tumble? Ooh, Derek says there's a Killer Instinct on Game Boy.
Yeah, I already used that troll, Derek. Thanks. God, that game was awful. There's a portable Beautiful Joe game. I'm not sure if anyone would actually want to play it.
I thought the Carney had it in his shop. For the PSP one. I don't know if there's. I think there's one on the DS also, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there is. I think it's the same game, it's just kind of a different version.
There we go. Hopefully that'll...
One way to get more people to join in.
Sorry, tweet it real quick here. Hopefully more people see this.
Interesting. You could get people to play Chrono Trigger by having them play the DS version.
That wouldn't be bad. It would actually probably be the version most people went with in terms of portability.
But that's not exactly one that I think Curtis would want to do a much shorter.
Yeah, we're suggesting a lot of long RPGs, or at least I am, and you brought in Chrono Trigger.
Isn't Chrono Trigger one of the shorter RPGs?
It is a shorter RPG if you want it to be.
They are longer than most portable games. I mean, you can finish Mario Land in 45 minutes. It's not a perfect example, but another troll one that would be still valid would be Wave Race, the original one on Game Boy.
Pinball of the Dead.
I'm gonna say that's arcade.
There's a bunch of pinball. I mean, you could do Metroid pinball. There's that Mario pinball.
Actually, Metroid pinball is really good.
Kirby pinball.
Kirby
Pinball Land.
Pinball. All right, pinball's a genre now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And another of the Dead game. There's Touch the Dead on DS.
Well, there's Feel the Magic XXYY, right?
Yep.
Dean's played through that one. I know that.
The F-Zero GBA games are good.
Yeah. GBA games would be good because you have so many options to play them.
Yeah, that was Derek's suggestion, by the way, not mine.
Yeah. You use your GBA player on your GameCube.
Yeah.
And you think there would be a need for another Pokemon at some point?
Yeah,
not particularly. Not soon, but there are a lot of good choices.
Or maybe slightly more modern one. Or maybe one of the GBA ones or one of the DS ones.
Yeah, a DS one I would suggest would be Black and White, because that one's kind of interesting for having a little bit more of a story focus on it. I mean, there are problems with that, specifically its ending, but it's also the only portable Pokemon game that had a direct sequel to it. I don't know how far that actually follows along in the story of Black and White 2, but it's the only one that's like a numbered sequel to another portable installment, main installment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. Maybe later in the show. Oh god.
The best way to see GBA games.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag just saying.
Yeah. If only I had the Game Boy player, which I don't.
What else?
I mention those way too often. Anyway, I'm not saying it. That would be kind of a mean one. Could do Shantae.
That was. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
That is not a bad choice, seeing as all that they are like on the DS and whatnot, and I think
Well,
Vita.
Is there a Actually, yeah, Vita. I didn't think about that, but isn't there a virtual console version of the original?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't know that. What's
And
the
we do have
Metroid
it's on the Game Boy.
Yeah, there's Metroid. There's several
there's
Metroid games.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's Fusion in what's it, Project Zero.
yeah,
Zero Mission.
and I mentioned already Metroid 2 on Game Boy.
Mhm.
Don't know how desirable of a game that would be for a month.
Yeah, and then
Not
Hunters.
crapping on it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I mean that might not be like the fact that the remake exists.
Mm-hmm.
May
Complicate it.
complicate it a little bit.
Yeah. Another good
Derek's
suggestion from
mentioned
Derek is the
Derek's
Wipeout PSP games. Those are really good. Then there's the Vita game, which actually would have another option, which is like, I don't remember what number combination that Vita game is, but that's actually getting released on PS4 next month, along with Wipeout HD. They're doing a combo pack. It's the Omega collection or whatever it is. It's Wipeout HD, HD Fury, and the Vita game all in one thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'd buy that again to have no one to play it with.
Derek mentioned Scribble Knots.
That would be interesting.
What is
That
that?
would be interesting. That'd actually make for a pretty good. I think that might make for a good show.
Yeah. Do the 3DS version of Mario Maker.
Just to finally get some people in there. I mean, the Vita probably would have some newer fighting games, like more.
Yeah,
it'd be
definitely does.
more like it'd be more very Japanese fighting games.
Yeah, it would get real sketchy in terms of counting things as portable with the Vita, just because of how many ports from console there are.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, that would be like, okay, the game of the month for CC Portable is the Sly Cooper collection.
Yeah.
Good for game of the month, but not for portable. But you know what I mean. It would be interesting. Like, my immediate thought with a Vita game was to mention the PS4 version of it coming out later in the year.
Yeah.
Not saying there aren't good Vita games to play, but there's a lot of console stuff on there.
Tearaway.
Also on PS4. Didn't they? Gravity Rush, same thing. But that one's real hard to find on PS4.
The original one is, yeah.
Yeah. Ease Memory of Salsetta. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're getting into exclusive territory, which is exclusionary a bit.
Yeah.
Man, how are there not more people in here at this point?
No.
It's weird.
There's not really much people in the chat either.
Yeah. It's only us and Derek.
Where are the Q dogs this time of day?
Unless someone's lurking.
No,
Yeah, they're not.
It's not that family.
Boring.
Or at least I think her family was leaving. Yeah, I think the family's still in town.
How are the Untold Legend games on PSP?
Could tell you. I'm not a real portable gamer, so this is all new to me.
Yeah, those are just kind of like done Diablo style beat 'em ups. I think they were same developer as like Champions North, or at least they're very similar in style to that.
What's the Zelda game they got? The Game Boy Color remake, the Zelda DX, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. And there's also Minish Cap.
What's going on there?
Ages and Seasons. I don't know how those are, but those are options.
You could do Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass, or
maybe later.
Those aren't quite as. If you wanted a good one,
yeah, the good ones only here.
The Link's Awakening, a lot of people are. Oh, Curtis says he can't be there.
Finish camp.
It's tough because it's just like, it's like you get to like, okay, find a game, and then it's like, what other games are like that game, and then you just kind of sit along the same series, and then that's that option. I'm trying to think of somebody we haven't talked about.
Well, it's something that no one other than me would bring up just because I like bringing up random crap. There was that N-Gage Elder Scrolls game. I was looking over at my modern game shelf and I saw the Oblivion and Skyrim on there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that existed.
What mobile games would you like? What's the style of mobile game that you would lean toward?
Did you hear me mention those earlier?
I don't think I heard the actual titles, but
okay, I suggested the Room series.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And Monument Valley is good.
Lara Croft
Go games like Lara Croft Go and stuff like that are good. You did Mario Run. It's not a bad idea. Fire Emblem Heroes, whatever it's called.
I mean, you could do Pokemon Go like 2 years later.
Oh god.
And see what it looks.
That would be interesting. That would have to coincide with a convention, and then we'd irritate everybody.
Yeah. Oh. He'll be back.
There's other mobile games, but I don't have any downloaded that are good suggestions. You can only do so much with an Endless Runner. Or another puzzle game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff that like Bonus Barrels talked about. Because you could again get into your visual novels or your romance, your social simulator,
dating sims
there.
I mean, you could get an RPG and that in one go with like Persona 4 Golden. Not really dating sim, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Actually, this is probably a terrible suggestion, but I remember an oddly story-focused, relatively speaking, unique title for the Sims franchise on PSP. It was The Sims 2 on PSP, and it had like weird story elements. I remember there was one part that actually involved a werewolf. I don't remember how that game was. Yeah, but it was odd. It's probably not good, but it's worth looking up as an oddity. I remember renting it once, and I probably didn't get very far.
There's portable Katamari games.
I did see one of those.
We could all play Touch My Katamari. Or Me and My Katamari.
Yeah.
Those are the two. Yeah, Phoenix Wright, Professor Layton. Isn't there a crossover?
Maybe?
Yes, there is.
Oh, Project Cross Zone. No, that's not the crossover. That's another suggestion that I had.
That's an RPG, but I'll put it down.
Yeah. It just reminded me of that, so. This is cool, but it's also kind of really slow as a topic.
It's fine. Little room to breathe here. Little stalling room.
Interesting to try and think of when the heck to start pickups when there's only the three of us.
Yeah, we'll give it a little while.
Yeah, give it a bit.
So Derek brings up a good point. I hope that Katamari goes over well. The fact that it's December, I'm hoping doesn't mean it gets buried. Because that's the point when a lot of people like disconnect for a little bit.
Yeah. Or just really busy and aren't able to play anything.
They're
Then again, it's a kind of a casual game.
It is totally.
Yeah, so you can just like pop on the game for a level, but that would make it better at that time.
Your level could be an 8-minute run, and then it's done.
Yeah, I feel like whatever the portable game for December is going to be would be more popular than the main game just for the portability factor. Because people are like over at relatives or they're out shopping or waiting for something.
Yeah.
And they can just pull out their phone or their DS or whatever and just go to town on a quick round of something. Honestly, it might be better to do one of the portable Katamaris then.
When's Katamari?
December. Yeah. Actually, it'd be cool to have Katamari on console and do the portable one at the same time, because then you can play it wherever you go.
It's true.
Because then it's like, timing-wise, like, I don't have time and I'm not near my console to play the console game, so I take my PSP or DS or whatever it's on and play it on there. Then again, that wouldn't create much show diversity between the titles, but it's also an idea.
It'd be an interesting way to be, unified to some extent.
Yeah. Could do a crossover podcast and pick something that's on console and portable. Not necessarily for this December, but it's an idea.
Darkstalkers Chronicles.
Yeah, that's another one for fighting. I hate that I keep thinking of RPGs, but Crimson Gem Saga.
Well, that's the funny thing is most of those like PSP games is a powerhouse for RPGs.
Yeah.
Same with the Vita.
Yeah.
Is Puzzle Fighter a portable game?
It would be a good one, which means it probably isn't.
I'll take a look here.
Yeah. You guys look that up, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Puzzle Fighters.
No, I don't think it is.
Arcade, Saturn, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation Portable,
PSP, yeah.
Dreamcast Japan only, Xbox, iOS, BlackBerry. BlackBerry?
Go. Can we play Snake?
I was like, yeah. Who the hell has a BlackBerry phone anymore?
Should play Snake or like original model iPods had what was like a missile command kind of game. We had to shoot airplanes with the little turret on the bottom.
What about was there Blackjack? I think there's Blackjack on BlackBerry phones. I think that was like one of the free ones.
Not Hot Dog.
Not Hot Dog. Did you finally watch that episode?
Yeah, I watch Sundays too, so I'm current.
That's good. I like
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Break up with your girlfriend. Rat her out to the FBI.
I totally thought the person getting on the airplane was going to end it.
Kelvin Smelson? They called you Kelvin's. I heard him call you Kelvin Smelson. I knew it.
But I thought, yeah, my wife was like, "Oh my God, is he gonna?" And then and then got on the plane. I was like,
I did think that for a second too, but yeah, or I thought he was gonna end it, but
the way the camera angle was on him was like,
he's
yeah,
gonna
he's
come back.
standing on top of the building.
The way how the show is, he's gonna come back at a terrible time. Basically, it's they're gonna be like blowing up, and it's just gonna be something where like, I don't know. Granted, he signed over the rights, and now they have no funding, but
yeah,
that's a good show. I like that show a lot. It's one of my faves. One of my can't misses on Sunday.
That's good. I actually saw it yesterday. An app went up that is seafood. I wonder how long it'll stay up before it gets like
the hot dog, not hot dog one.
No. Like there's actually the second listing is one that's actually called seafood. Visual recognition, calorie counter. Yeah, it's there. But on some of the reviews, it's like, I took a picture of the floor and it said it was baklava. One review on it from yesterday. But yeah, it's supposed to give you like nutritional content on like rough nutritional content based on what you take pictures of.
Okay, not again then. What did I miss?
We were just talking about Silicon Valley for a second.
Oh, okay.
There's an app out there called Seafood. There's two apps. One of them will just tell you if you do or don't have a hot dog.
Yeah, I remember you guys talked about that last week.
Yep. So now there's one that is more in line with what the show intent was, which is one that's actually it's actually like a food recognition app called Seafood.
Interesting.
Yeah. But the review is like, don't pay to unlock anything for this app. It lies, and so does the developer. I showed it a hot dog, and it said it was chocolate cake and tiramisu. But there's bound to be something like Infinity Blade.
Yeah. There's a
like
bunch.
One of those.
There's a bunch of fighting games like that now on mobile.
SNK versus SNK versus Capcom on the Neo Geo Pocket.
Isn't that supposed to be good?
I imagine so.
There's some sort of Fatal Fury or that.
Yeah, but who owns a Neo Geo Pocket?
Well,
Atari Lynx.
Most of us own computers that can approximate that.
Mm-hmm. Someone's playing Mario 64.
Mario 64.
Yeah, and if we want to do portable incarnations of console N64 stuff, we could also do Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do that, but we did Majora's Mask, which I did get on 3DS, and I still haven't cracked that thing open.
I think that would probably fall more along the line with what the cartridge pros want to do. I think it would have to be probably,
Yeah.
Like
it would be a harder sell for a portable show. There's another soundbite for you, Derek.
What?
Go
Never
through my
mind.
Yoshi impersonation.
Oh, we have a second viewer.
Really? Who we got?
Welcome, second
There you
viewer.
go.
The most boring show on the internet. At least at the moment.
It's a good thing that I didn't commit myself to playing Zelda tonight.
I actually have to talk this time.
It's a bad night for everybody, I guess.
Good night.
I guess everyone was counting everyone else to fill in today.
Everyone's
Well.
playing Overwatch.
Mhm.
And I'm secretly jealous.
Not me.
But you should. This weekend, it's free.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'll try it out this weekend. And I
So
was
there were
looking.
some decent deals you were looking at.
Yeah, I was looking. Target has something, but the
Target.
deal the deal is only for $25.99 at Target is only available on PlayStation 4. For some reason, the Xbox version there is a sale for the 4, but it's not because it's on sale at Target, but the Cartwheel good price is only for PlayStation 4, which is weird. And then Best Buy and Amazon have it on sale this week. Where at Best Buy I could get it for $31.99, and I think I also have a $10 reward, so it'd bring it down to the $21.99, which is what I'm
way worth it.
But I'm gonna try it out. I think on Friday, and then if it's good, I could still buy it on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
I thought I could get it used for $20, but this guy's being a real finagler. On Craigslist, I was trying to get it.
Used on that is gone. It's holding value like a first-party Nintendo game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's holding value like a Blizzard game.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I had to pay like $40 for Diablo 3, granted Canadian conversion, but like that was at like a year and a half after that version came out. So it's like, okay, that stayed valuable. But those all Blizzard stuff never goes down. Go ahead.
It only goes down when the servers are no longer operating, right?
Probably. Just have to wait 20 years and Blizzard will put them up for free on their website.
Yeah. Ooh, StarCraft as a club game. That sounds... I could get behind that.
Yep. And Ryan could play the N64 version.
Yep, the best version of it.
I kind of want to try that. Like, is it close?
Probably I rented it as a
version.
kid. No, it's not.
I had fun with it as a kid. So
I rented it as a kid after already playing a ton of StarCraft on my computer. It is not close.
Okay. That's too bad.
I mean, it is the game. I'll give it that.
The controller is not conducive. Is that what
No, it's like performance and controls was the major issue with that.
I don't think the performance was ever an issue. I think it's just that like you can't just like click with your mouse quick up here and there and move your stuff around. You have to use the Z button and whatnot.
It's been a while since I played it, so
I just don't know what to do. That's the problem with that game for me. It's like after an hour, so I'm like kind of lost and I don't know where to go. And eventually, I'm starting to get surrounded by other guys.
I mean, I can see that happening, but I never really had that much trouble with it. Then again, I never really got that far. I'd always play it for a while and then get distracted by something else and then restart it, rather than continue on from where I was.
Yeah, RTS. They're a mixed bag.
Yep.
Because there's lousy ones too.
Mm-hmm.
But The multiplayer would be interesting because if they do the re-release, like if you could get eight-person StarCraft matches, teams, that could be a lot of fun.
Is that free online?
Yeah, Battle.net's always it's just called Blizzard now, right?
Yay! Maybe. Someone new.
We have one less viewer.
Star of CC Debates and Dollar Dorks.
Hello. That's got to be you you're talking about because you're the star of every podcast.
Oh, not those two yet. You know.
Not yet.
So, do you have any suggestions for portable games here?
I've been typing them the whole time.
Yeah, other than the ones that you've put in the chat.
No ones other than that. I just thought I'd finally jump on for a bit tonight since you guys are. We'll call it short-staffed. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a beer run. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So pickups? Kidding.
I'm only on for like 15 minutes, then I'm going to bed because it's late.
Okay.
Yeah, Chinatown Wars I'm looking forward to because I played that a long time ago on DS.
Tetris?
I'm looking forward to that too. I've got it and haven't played it.
I almost picked that up last week, but it was too much at the store.
It's usually too much.
Yeah, I mean, what does it go for?
20? I don't know.
Well, then 30 was probably fine Canadian. So
I can't remember. I'm just throwing a number out there.
US, it's 15 to 20, I think.
Okay,
it's $15.99 on price starting US.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't find it for cheaper than 30, so
yeah, that's
irritating.
Doesn't surprise me. It's the same thing I'd see around here. I can't remember what I paid for it, which is why I'm going to check the spreadsheet. If it would type.
I couldn't find Final Fantasy IV either. Then again, I can look for all of these things on Saturday. The Vancouver Metro.
Yes, I got for 15 with tax. There's one store that I got it from that tends to get things and underprice them, which is good. So, I mean, I got Bleach for PS3 for $9 there twice.
God, what was that one called?
Soul Resurrection.
Oh, okay. I forgot that was the thing that was out.
I picked it up at a garage sale at Loose Disc and played it once, and I'm like, wow, this game is ridiculously fun. Probably only put like 15 minutes, half an hour into it, but then I keep picking them up because they're worth good money. So
yeah, it's like Dynasty Warriors-ish, right?
Sounds right. I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game ever. But they also sell on eBay for like $35.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me because I forgot it was a thing.
Yeah, because you see it so frequently.
I've never seen it locally.
Yeah.
There's 3DS, not 3DS, but there's Bleach games that are also halfway decent.
Yeah, I just have a hard time finding the deal on them. The PS3 one seems to be just unknown for some reason.
Yeah. Hey, Troy.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
Talking portable here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think. We have all these genres here now. We're trying to think of games for Curtis.
That you can play on the road?
Just, I guess, options because of CC Portable, like more games. Like,
yeah,
games you can think of here.
We're giving him a stockpile to
play with here.
Yeah. But not really worth it, as I mentioned, for a portable club game. But just on the topic of those Bleach DS games,
yeah,
the only one that would probably be worth mentioning is the third Phantom, or whatever it's called. It's this massive strategy RPG. The other two are just like fighting games.
Yeah, fighting game interests me more.
Oh.
Third
Taking a
Phantom.
while to find
That's
Third
right.
Phantom. Lots of text in that game.
I hate text.
I don't blame you.
I don't play games to read.
I don't blame you. That's the reason why I'm I'm a dubs over subs guy. You know,
Dubs,
Yeah.
I could see that.
dubs before subs.
dubs before subs. I know P2 is the opposite, where he's a subs before dubs, and I'm like,
It
that
really-
falls right in the category because then I'm like, I'm gonna have to read all this nonsense here.
Yeah.
I mean, it took one subtitled movie for me to get over that hump.
Yeah, but if you're giving me the option, like for let's say
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, where they have English or Japanese, I'll take the English voiceover, so I don't have to read. I can just relax. I'll take the bad
Yeah.
voice acting.
Well, certain games I'll do that too. Like another Dynasty Warriors like game is Fist and North Star Ken's Rage. The English voices are not very good, but you don't really want to be running around trying to read text in a game like that, so
Mhm.
I went for that way. But in terms of anime, it's a lot of English dubs are sketchy, just quality wise. So it really depends on the show whether you'll get a good experience out of it.
I feel like subtitles are more conducive to a smaller screen.
Mm.
You know, because you find yourself. I mean, I guess if you're sitting so close to the screen that you have to actually turn your head, then you're probably in for a bad time, anyways.
Yeah, those don't look like it would make reading subs easier.
Yeah. If you're like down in the front corners of a theater, and you're just like,
Referring to Troy's glasses, but
Makes all the subtitles look 3D.
it wasn't even an anime movie that got me used to subtitles. It was actually when I rented Pan's Labyrinth a little while after that came out, I think.
that movie's so good.
Yeah, but it was just like it was one of the first or the first movie I watched that was like completely subtitled. So I was like, oh, this is gonna take some getting used to, and it took me like half the movie to get used to it.
I totally forgot it was subtitled.
Yeah, it's a really good movie
Since
too.
it was new.
Yeah, but that got me over that hump, and then I can't remember if this is before or after. What year did that movie come out?
Now you're gonna make me Google it for you.
05, 06 maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, a couple of years later, then
06.
this is a show with a really good dub, but I am a huge Full Metal Alchemist fan. So I had watched the original when that aired on television here, and then I heard about Brotherhood coming out, and that's when I finally had to find out about like watching things in Japanese as it came out from Japan. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with subtitles for this. And I watched all like 64 episodes as it came out subtitled. That got me used to it.
I would say so.
Yeah, I watch most stuff subtitled now, anime wise. But occasionally, a show will have a good dub that I'll watch.
Like the Bayonetta movie.
I did not watch that, which was probably a smart decision.
You don't like Bayonetta?
Oh, I've not played the games actually. I've been
That's-
looking for them. I just haven't.
Because they have the original voice actors from the game. That's why I
Oh,
kind
that
of
would
like
be
the
cool. That'd
I
be
like
cool
the
then.
movie like that.
Yeah, but it really depends on the show and the quality of the dub.
I've never seen the Devil May Cry one yet, but it's something I kind of want to watch.
Did you get a new mic there, Rocket? You sound like a DJ or something.
Really? I'm just
Like a
close to the mic. Or what?
late night blues DJ.
just relax here, man.
Or something.
Try to feel the groove tonight. Here. That's Hangouts.
Have you got a mic stand and a shock mount yet, Ryan?
No, I was playing around with looking at those for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I stopped.
I wouldn't have bought mine if I didn't find them used.
I
What kind
thought
I kind of want to get.
Oh, go ahead.
I kind of want to get the mount for this one.
Yeah. As I found this mic with the mount.
What camera are you using there, Derek? You're like crystal clear, buddy.
Yeah, this is the Microsoft LifeCam Studio. I got it on Kijiji too. $20.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Guess we're bringing back the
You can see all
lower
my
third.
junk in the background too.
Bringing back the
Lower
lower
third?
third this this episode.
making this look a little more professional.
So,
Change my color just to be different.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Mine sort of matches my deal, so.
am I the only one getting black screen for Derek?
Yep. Me too.
I'm getting black screen for Troy.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got Troy. I don't
If I
have.
turn my camera off and back on, does that change it or not?
Not at the moment. I'm seeing your picture.
I just turned it back on.
Nope.
No. The lower thirds are getting the revenge.
I'm seeing everybody, so.
I'm seeing everybody too.
Yeah, it was just when you were
No,
talking that
it's good
it
enough.
went black, but now it's just completely gone
Oh.
for me.
Yeah, whatever. It's good enough.
It's great. Well, I have. Anybody pick anything up? Are you done pickups? Are you gonna do pickups?
I can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do it.
more than 3 people on here, so might as well. Did I end up
first.
changing? Sure.
All right.
I
I
tried
got
to change
this
there
really
you
strange hip gear controller for GameCube with a screen built into it. Except for it's
Wow.
Nice.
go. Interesting.
It's, I have no idea how to power it though. So,
Where does the game go?
well, it
The
plugs
system
into your.
speed, you
It's
plug in
weird
the
because it
system.
plugs into your console, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But you can
So it's
watch it on
basically
here.
for playing in the car
Yeah.
or something like that, or even someone else is using the TV.
Yeah, just
Well,
attach your
that
GameCube
screen's
to your
so
belt
small.
via the friggin' handle.
Yeah, that's
Probably-
true.
I'll probably pass
Carabiner.
that one to like Reprez or something. I know he likes
Yeah,
to do
that's
those
true.
weird kind of things like that. Maybe he can spend
He's
some
from
time with
Cambridge.
it.
He's always at the swaps around here.
Yeah, he should be at the Waterloo one. Or whatever it's called, Tri-City now. Oh, check this
I can't
out.
make it to that.
I picked
Sucks.
up, and this, I can't even like test this out to see if it works because I don't have like a TV that can actually support this, but it's a Sinclair ZX81.
Huh.
This is like the precursor to like everything pretty much as far as like home computing goes. It's kind of neat though. Like it's really tiny for its day, but it's like black and white, has no audio. Like it, if you're a character in it, you're like a letter, like the letter A moving around like this kind of thing. It's like not really my thing, but I thought that was way too cool to leave behind, and like they only wanted like $6 for it. So they go for like 50 or 60, so pretty cool. And then I had this game Loose Disc, but I found the case in my house. I didn't even realize it was in my house. It was like buried in a stack of CDs or whatever, but it was a case for Crusader No Remorse.
Nice.
PlayStation. So I was able to complete it. I used to play this like crazy on the PC. I loved it back in the day.
Me too.
Loved this game, so pretty stoked on that. And then this was a freebie because it was like buy whatever, get one free. So I picked that as a freebie. Then these are the other ones that came with it.
Oh,
Nice.
I still need that game. I don't
Nice.
need that game.
I'm looking for 9 if you got it. There you go.
It's a fun
I got
Sims game.
movies. Boobs.
It's The Sims.
Yeah.
With boobs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Sort of.
And I think that's everything. Yeah.
Yay.
Slow couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking the lower thirds are messing with our streams, so I just removed mine.
I also
Okay.
started
I'll take mine
downloading
off.
something, so that might have caused it too.
That very well could have.
Yeah, but the stream is coming through just fine, which is
Yeah. Should
So
I
that's-
do my one pickup?
sure.
Okay. So I completed a collection, not a console collection, but like a series collection
So sick.
last week.
Was it a PlayStation 2?
Anyway, so I got Spawn and the Demon's Hand on Dreamcast. The
Cool.
last Spawn game I needed. And I
Is it-
actually got it as pretty much a donation from someone else in the Cartridge Club
Yeah.
who I think wants to remain anonymous for reasons. So,
Cool.
but that
Reasons
was
like-
very.
Like they acquire games illegally or something, so they don't want to be known.
I'll leave it ambiguous unless they want to come on and clarify. But so yeah, this is the last one I needed, and it's in really good shape and it works. So I'm super appreciative of that. They didn't even ask me to pay shipping, so that's fantastic.
Is
But,
that a pretty decent game? Do you know, or
It, as far as Spawn games go, yes, it's probably in the top 3 out of 5. The other ones for Spawn games, I figured there's not that many, so I'll just show all of them because I have all of them now. This is probably the worst one, is the PS1 game, Spawn the Eternal. Cool, really cool cover. Awful game.
that's where it ends? Yeah.
Yeah, but the retro ones would be the Super Nintendo game, which I remember being fairly decent, but it's probably a little sketchy. This is the first one. And Spawn on the Game Boy Color.
Cool.
This one doesn't hold up very well. But into probably the best one, actually it is the best one, is Spawn Armageddon on original Xbox, and I also have it on PS2.
Nice.
I saw it on
was gonna say-
GameCube the other day, but I don't have that version, and I didn't pick it up then. But
Would you consider Soul Calibur 2 on Xbox a Spawn game?
He's got it right there.
yes. Anyway,
Just making sure you cover it all, right?
yeah. So that was good. That was a good setup, though.
I wasn't even
Yeah,
trying,
I'm
but
really
yeah.
happy to have this.
Cool.
But that was it.
It's awesome.
I'm also receiving in the mail the Xbox Blu-ray box, Xbox X-Men. Damn it, X-Men Blu-ray box set tomorrow. But my deliveries are staggered to the point where it's inconvenient for Hangouts, apparently. So, blah.
Next week.
Yep.
I have one
I'll-
pickup and I'm gonna head out. That's it.
Okay, let's see if we can actually get your video going.
Oh yeah. Who can see it and who can't?
I can see it perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Once the
This is the one thing anyway. It's not that exciting for most of you, but it is a Mayflash Max Shooter 1. It's a keyboard mouse adapter for Xbox One, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360. I already have a keyboard mouse adapter, but the one I have is the Cronus Max that requires a PC connected when you're doing it because it does like the translation. Whereas this one has USB ports and it directly translates the commands to, and then you put a controller here, it clones that controller and it has a headphone jack, which is nice because the other one I had did not have that. So I had to do a weird hack job to get a controller or to get a headset working on a second controller on Xbox One to play Overwatch. So this will make that easier.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's it. I've got to go now. It's late. As you know, Troy, you're in the same time zone.
hmm
When your night just starts.
Well, when I play hockey late at night, man, I can't go to sleep that quick, so
Yeah.
I'll be on for a bit.
All right. Well, see you guys later. I'll actually probably watch this tomorrow at work.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
In 2 times speed this time.
Yeah. Say something really fast, we can't just slow it down.
Speak really slowly.
yes.
When you play back.
All right. See you guys make some giftable stuff for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Just play some sound clips from earlier. Anyway.
Yeah. I
There you
heard,
go.
heard you call it one.
Mm.
Troy can't even talk.
We'll speak at like half speed, and then just make it twice as long.
That's the joke.
It's like, all right, we'll make this a 16-hour hangout, just to piss off Derek.
It's not too far from the norm. So any other pickups? Oh, yeah, Musty, you have some, but Ryan, do you have any?
Yeah, I have a couple. There you go now.
Okay.
What do we do here? All right, this is what I forgot. This is one of the things I forgot when I was talking last week that I know I had something else that I bundled in with that Game Boy Advance and whatnot, and it was I found a PlayStation Move controller.
It's awesome.
For, it says $2.99, but I had my senior discount, you know.
You old
So-
bastard.
So I have yet to try it out, but I imagine it'll be fine. I know these kind of went up in price ever since the VR came out. So
Don't break your hip with that then.
I won't.
I've never actually seen one of those in the thrift shop, surprisingly.
That's
I have,
the
but they're always
first
too
time
much.
too. Granted, I seen an Xbox One in a box, which makes me think some kid pissed off their parents and they showed them. Because who would just donate a Xbox One to a Goodwill,
Yeah.
without getting something in return?
Just to stop for 1 second. Musty, can you hear me? Because I believe Musty's video is frozen. I'm not sure if that's just for me.
It's a pretty sweet pose he's got going on.
Yeah, he's like dabbing and whatnot.
Yeah, not like I can see it because when I click on him, it just goes black screen.
Yoshi.
Hey Yoshi.
Hey, Yoshi.
I might not be here for long. My neck really hurts today.
We might not be here for long. I think Musty dropped.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue your pickups.
All right. I also found this today. I found a PlayStation VMU.
Always good.
And 90 ounce sales. No discount on this one today.
Oh,
tomorrow. If I found it
old
tomorrow,
enough.
well, it's because tomorrow's the senior discount day. So,
Oh,
and there's no coupons available, so I had to pay the full, retail price, which I don't like doing. And I found a Dreamcast Rumble pack.
Oh boy, that full repro price of frickin' 99 cents.
Can't hear me?
No,
Can anyone hear me?
no, Musty.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine. Breaking the fourth wall.
I have one pickup.
Hold on, Yoshi. Great, Yoshi.
That's it.
Excellent. Now back to Ryan. What's his picnic?
Damn. My phone said what I think of that.
I found this on Monday on my lunch break. I found Magic cards.
Were they in
And
those boxes?
Nerd.
I know nothing about Magic. Nothing. But
Nerd.
for $4.99 a box, nerds love this crap, and I imagine I could sell them. I know my buddy Goo. He has a store that they sell, like I can't remember what I think they do Warhammer and whatever. Like they do nothing but those nerd games, and they sell Magic cards. And he was telling me he would buy them all because he could sell every one of these individually, even if it's a buck a piece. He can flip them. So he wants some more.
Yeah, the commons and the mana there, the island and just the areas that you see, those ones, those aren't going to sell for anything.
What about Master of Pearl thingy?
I have no idea. You can look at the actually that is a rare. I can see on the middle right there, you can see the indication. That is a rare, so that'll probably sell for something.
Right here? Or right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Magic
M13?
2013. Yeah.
My experience with Magic is my older stepbrother forcing me to play Magic. He's like, "Here, play this with us," and me going, "Okay, but you're giving me a pre-made deck because I don't know how to build one, and I'm not taking the time to learn."
I think that's a common. So just from what I can see, because you can see with the black background on the right, that's a common, and then the silver ones are uncommons, and then
silvers.
And then silvers are uncommons, and then gold is rare, and red is like mythic rare. So
sorry, I'm just asking here. So this is what you're talking about, right? This is
that's
gold.
a rare.
That's a rare. Okay.
That could sell for something. The common ones, if he takes them, he'll probably take them because you're friends. But
He's gonna take both decks off me probably. So
yeah, I took a bunch of commons to my local comic store that sells Magic cards, and they said we don't even take commons because they don't sell.
He'll flip them because they host people drive up from Chicago and they will rent out his place to play because they need a place to stay at, like whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll stay till like 3 a.m. So he said, "What color am I looking for? So gold and higher, or?"
Gold and red are the best, but if the one below that is silver, that could sell for something. It depends on the card.
I know because he's telling me he'll sell them for $1 a piece and whatnot. So
But example just from that comic shop. That was it for your pickups. Just to know if I should stop presenting you.
No, I have one more thing, a couple more things here.
Okay, you show that, and then we'll get back to what I was saying.
Musty's trying to communicate by Morse code with us here.
Yeah, there's some weirdness going on with the page.
This is unable to, for me, it's unable to connect to chat, so that must mean Musty is down.
Yeah.
I bet you we're not broadcasting.
It says live, though.
I'll check.
Oh.
Yeah, it does, but could be wrong. It looks like we're live.
Okay. Well, I bought another one, a copy of these. Sunset Overdrive. Because Julian asked for it. And then I decided, because I got it for my senior discount, I got this for $5, not the $7.
Do you stream it all?
I actually plan on doing it, but I'm gonna be moving soon, so I'm gonna hold off streaming and doing any more stuff really until I officially get set up in a new place. So
yeah, but that one's probably worth streaming just to see what happens with it.
Sure. I mean, I imagine I'm fun with it. So
yeah, it was very glitchy. It was very glitchy.
Well, it was glitchy. I don't know if it ever got patched, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The reputation of that game is ruined.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize they had like a Tony Hawk game on Xbox One. That's insane. What is it, like geriatrics and like? I don't get it.
It was a failure though. It was it was rushed, and from what I hear, it was not good.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to finish off on that Magic topic. Is just for context with that, they have like Tuesday casual Magic at the comic shop, and they have like tournaments on Fridays or whatever. I don't remember if that's still a thing. It's been a couple of years. But so they sell commons for like 10 cents a piece, or uncommons for 25 cents. So that gives you an idea of what any kind of trade value for those would be, unless they're a really rare common or uncommon, which is a weird contradiction, but that happens with Magic because Magic is weird.
Mm-hmm.
So
about this legendary creature? Man, what about this guy?
I can't tell what color that is on the right. That's a foil, though. It looks like.
What's the like age on them? What's the date?
Well, a lot of those look for, like 2013.
This one's 2013.
M13
on the bottom. We call 2013 on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, put me on present here. I can show you.
I believe you, man. I trust your reading.
No, I just want to know what color that is. Is that?
I can't tell through the video. That looks like it could be silver or gold.
I want money, guys. Help me out here.
I mean, so do I. I've got thousands of the damn things, and I wasn't able to upload any commons.
That's why you got to sell it to like someone online just as a lot.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I bought them as a lot.
I did that with Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I bought like 2,000 of them in one shot.
Yeah.
That was like all commons and uncommons. So clearly somebody cleared out all the rares and then dumped the rest of them.
Yeah. So like someone will want them. It's just like I sold like all my whatever it is, like Pokemon terminology, like the weakest of them or whatever.
Yeah.
To some lady, it's just like, my kids love playing this, and she was just happy to get whatever cards for them to play with, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'll put it this way in terms of people that play Magic on a regular basis, in terms of what value commons and uncommons are.
Yeah.
I have literally, like back when I played Magic, I literally had people walk up to me after a draft and hand me a big stack of cards because they didn't want them for free. It's like, here, this will just take up crap in my bag that I don't want to deal with. And I had someone buy 2 pre-made decks and ask me to play in the store, and I didn't have my deck with me, so I just used one of those. And I beat him with the pre-made deck, and he just gave me all the commons and uncommons from the one that I had won with.
That's funny.
Because all the rares are more valuable than what the decks cost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, commons are pretty hard to get rid of, is my point. I don't stop talking about Magic now.
No, I think that's the way to go. Just post them on like Craigslist or Kijiji or whatever, and you'll get some mom with kids that play it or something. And
yeah, I might end up doing a garage sale in a few months, so I probably just put them out there and see what sells.
Yeah.
So you're telling me gold and red is what I want, right?
Yeah,
I just can't even like deal with cards, man. It's too hard.
I mean, those are the most likely to sell, like for something, rather than just being turned away. Well, if you're selling to a friend, he'll take all the cards just to be a friend.
Oh yeah, no, he told me he goes for that price for whatever the $4 a pack. He said he'll gladly take it off my hands. So,
Or are you just asking him for whatever the packs cost?
yeah.
Okay,
Doesn't
that's
really
why he's buying them. I mean, individual card price.
Well, you said basically there isn't really crap in here. I'm sure too, like him being a friend too. Like I've known this guy for years too. Like he isn't gonna be like to do something. If there was something that was like a bajillion-dollar card here, he would be like, he would
like
he would
a
give me a
Black
cut
Lotus
on it.
or whatever.
Some serious inception going on here.
Yep.
So
this is my potentially clear solution.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can. You're a little delayed video-wise.
Okay, well, it'll just have to be
Is
that
that
way.
like your phone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How can you tell?
I tried to reopen. Yeah, so I'm effectively dual streaming this feed, which is probably why my. Oh, okay. Yoshi left. It's potentially has some impact on my degradation here, but it wouldn't let me go back into the call without leaving the call it was on. So, but it'll let me do it on my phone. So.
All right, this is getting too technical now.
Yep. I have pickups though. I just.
Yeah. One stream no work. One stream do work.
This stream work. Yeah.
I was having trouble earlier, so seems like it's going around today.
It's weird. It's really weird. But being the person running the thing, I can't just pop out. So, first thing I got was this bag. There we go. It is a
Nintendo bag.
Nintendo bag.
Does it have any Nintendo stuff in it?
No, it's empty, but I don't know what it's. I mean, there's a zipper down here. It looks like it's for a DS.
Yeah.
Of the spot here. But I don't know why you would need all this space. Like, what's this for?
Well, you've got the pouch in the back that you could put stylus or other stuff in the back.
Yeah, but it's actually a little backpack. It's like a child backpack.
Maybe it's maybe that's for putting games in, but like with their cases and everything.
I mean, is that a separate pouch underneath that you could slide the console into?
There's a spot for for a DS.
That's what I meant. Like you could slide the system under there, and then up tops for like accessories and games.
Yeah.
Feed me.
Feed me. So yeah, a couple bucks on that. It has a carabiner on the inside too. I guess you could probably fit games in here too.
Yeah. Potentially.
Maybe. The rest of these that was a thrift find. The rest of these are all thrift finds too. This is sealed. Little Big Planet 2 Special Edition.
What's so special about it?
I don't know.
What's so special about it? I assume it comes with DLC.
Wouldn't that be Game of the Year edition?
Who knows?
It has $35 worth of bonus content and move functionality.
Yeah, they probably released it for move functionality or something.
Which would mean
anyway.
Yeah, it has the extra like PlayStation Move icon there.
Hey, you're lucky.
Then these two I grabbed because they were GameCube and because they were complete. So any price is good on those.
Oh, nice.
And Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I don't know if those are keeps or not. Games. Yeah, I'm not sure if those are keeps or not, but there's bound to be somebody going for a complete GameCube collection that will need them.
Yeah, Rebel Gaming Club.
To reach out to them. This one I grabbed for me. This is definitely staying.
Okay.
But yeah. got a good price there. And then this I found today so one of the secondhand shops I go to, they list, they put the date that the game, that something comes into the shop, because they price them down. At 2 months, it goes down to 50%, and at 3 months, it goes down to 80% off. And so this has a date of today, and it is for Xbox, and it is
Nice.
yeah. So
Hey, right on.
Are there
I can
boobs in
join
that
you
game?
on the.
yeah, so complete.
Boobs.
Yeah. So now it's like, now that I've gotten rid of whatchamacallit, I'm only one game away from the sex box.
Hey now.
You get rid of the guy game, or
I got rid of the guy game, and now I have
For obvious reasons, he didn't want to be arrested.
but I don't think that's what's gonna happen. It's just something kind of off about that game.
Yep.
You mean that part of it would be kind of off, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm always digging myself into a really bad hole when we talk about this game, that game.
There'll be another clip there. Anyway, so any more pickups?
No, that's it. That's it for me.
Okay. Whoop, wrong button. There you go.
There you go.
That's everyone?
Yeah.
I don't know where everybody is today.
Yeah.
I'm here.
You're right.
It's not good enough for you?
No.
Well, the last 2 weeks we were pushing capacity.
Yeah.
We just got over a long weekend here, you know, maybe all the Canadians are resting.
That's a good point.
What?
At a winery that I left early. It's fine.
Workout at a winery?
No, work outing.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's say workout at a winery. What can I?
That would be a little different.
That's right. Wine yoga.
Work up a real sweat there, guys.
Yeah, I imagine if there were weights involved, the form wouldn't be too stable.
Well, you got to do balance. You got to like balance the wine glass on you as you do all these, do all the poses.
And the medical bill at the end of the night was only $2,000.
How do I get rid of this
Medical.
Hangout toolbox on this? I don't want to look at this.
What do you mean? Like on the right side, the toolbox is still open?
Yeah.
Oh, you just click on the Hangout toolbox thing on the left. It's the green circle.
Aha. Oh, now you guys are like crystal clear and perfect and center frame. Oh, there we go. Now,
Except me, right?
actually, you're a little bit better than when you first started up. Yeah.
At least compared to having the toolbar open.
Although I'm still a little bummed that you kind of muted the still frame. It would have been cool.
It's not a still frame for me anymore. It's just the logo.
Yeah. Well, he did that when he came on somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have the camera on. Well, I'm gonna try to turn the camera back on.
Let's find out.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
Oh, it's
No, it's going
some sort of glitch in the matrix there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh well. That's unfortunate.
Indeed.
So is this giving you the idea to like dual stream yourself? You're doing so we can get like all musty all angles.
All night.
Well, who is point the laptop at the TV and do this as face cam. But I don't know. There's no way for me to put both images up same time. You either watch one or the other. So I don't know that that's ideal. It also cuts, like I get only my iPhone mic when I'm going through my phone.
I'm a cat.
Ouch. That's done.
The cat seems pretty scratchy today.
Yeah. She caught me right there. That was not good.
Yeah, it was just like pawing at your hands earlier.
Yeah, she does that. I don't.
Like
Pigeon.
It's
Pigeon like.
Pigeon is a better comparison than I was doing to make it for an owl.
Yeah. It's always been like that. She rarely ever actually meows. Yeah. So who has Ryan, what are you doing this weekend?
Trying to think of something. I think there was to be something. Well, besides Monday's grilling out, I think there was something going on. Come back to me on this one here. I know it's a long weekend.
Okay.
And got the
It's a long ways away too.
Yeah. I've got the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo on Saturday.
There you go. That's fun.
And the Nintendo PlayStation is going to be there.
Working this time.
Yeah.
See if you get to touch it, like me.
I'll probably go to the panel, but I don't know if I'm going to bother with that.
So Dan, just go talk to Dan. He's pretty cool.
I'm also a clumsy bastard, so that's a bad idea.
But perfect, because if you break it, you'll be famous.
And broke.
The guy who broke the Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it was me. The first time when they were testing it didn't work here in Midwest last year because I touched it. I like to say it was me. Whereas I disappeared slowly from a crowd. Uh-oh.
That was weird. I just dropped out.
It must be like a thing today because it happened to me earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna eject your other stream.
Go for it.
There we be. And now you don't have the lower third, so that might be another element to it. It's the revenge of the lower third today. Jesus.
Interesting.
So many problems.
Yeah, because I toggled mine on and then turned it off, and that's when it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yep.
See what happens, man? They take away stuff and they. Ugh.
No good.
They mess with it. They messed with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was working fine. We had nice Google effects. Now I got to put on stupid hats. Just to impress people.
And then when you do, the screen goes black and no one can see anyway.
So now I got to keep an eye on the thrift shops to buy hats for you guys every darn week.
It's
getting ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm not buying hats from thrift shops. That's just...
No.
Trust me, I'm not buying hats from thrift shops either.
Yeah, make sure you try them on there and go home scratching your head.
Right.
People do, man. I don't know how they do it. They're not even using their brains. They're thinking that one through. Or not thinking that one through.
Yeah, Sunday. So Sunday I have a friend of ours is turning 35. So she is renting a bus with a keg in it that will take us to all the local breweries So we're doing a brewery crawl on Sunday.
Nice.
Assuming you don't get pulled over and they find the keg and just arrest everybody.
No, it's
fun on a bus.
It's a bus. It's a legit thing as long as
Okay.
yeah, like the bus rules allow for that. At least the company she's going through has like permits for that.
Yeah.
Only in America.
Only in America. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said no glass on there. Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah.
No glass or it's your ass.
But we're
Yeah.
hitting like 7 breweries or something.
Nice.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yep, sounds like it.
Happy Sunday.
I just like that it's not okay to have beer in like a car, but the larger vehicle that could do severely more damage.
You know, in other states, it's perfectly fine. My buddy who's a cop in Nashville has told me everyone in the car can have an open beer as long as the driver doesn't.
Yeah.
In Nashville. So
Yeah, so it's immediately just like, quick, hold my beer.
yeah, so basically everyone can have a good time except for the driver.
Yeah, just don't have too many beers open at once or you're screwed.
Ah!
No double fisted. I think
Yay!
there's 5 of you and there's 5 open beer.
I'm in flavor country. Oh. Yeah, I tell you, they're trying to get me hyped up for that Injustice 2. I didn't like the Injustice 1 game, but this Injustice 2 people keep talking that game up right now.
Yeah, what are the odds that there would actually be publicity for a game that just came out?
I know. I know, but like I keep seeing it blowing up and keep the Allies get.
That is literally the stupidest thing I've heard in a long time. It's hilarious. So good.
I killed it. I killed us all.
That's awesome.
That was the best. That was perfect timing, really. I mean,
I have my moments.
yeah, that was good.
Not many, but there's one of them.
But anyways, go on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, so it looks good. That's all.
Yeah.
But then again, it's one of those things where it makes me want to hold off because they already announced that there's going to be like 3 or 4 DLC packs with more characters.
Game of the Year edition.
I know.
Mhm.
So it's like, I hate
Then
that.
you'll start at square one. Well, then you'll start at square one with all the loot unlocking that you could start doing now.
I know. But I don't want to pay for all that DLC extra characters when you can get a complete edition for $20, like, a year later.
Yeah. I liked what I played of the first one, but my interest in getting the second one right away would come down more to like if I had anyone to play it with.
It seems like they fixed a little bit of the issues I had with the first game, but
So what style of game is it?
Fighting
this is a
game.
fighter.
But there's a heavy story mode element to it.
Yeah. I guess they say it's like the best, story mode you can have for a fighting game too. But
Mortal Kombat's been killing it with
Yeah.
that and Injustice, like that developer.
I like that they got Robert Englund to play Scarecrow as the voice actor for that game. I thought that was a pretty cool pickup for that one. But I guess they said
guys,
they really talk. What's up?
The chat, NJ Retro says nothing on the baby front yet. But FYI, I don't know if you guys saw the chat.
Oh, the chat it stopped for me. Basically, it says unable to read the chat.
I see it now.
Oh, yeah, mine's still going. I just had
It's
it.
just glitching out like crazy.
I know, right? Yeah, he says missing hangouts tonight. Nothing on the baby front. 3 centimeters dilated since Thursday. No baby yet.
Oh, so why can't he make it?
Sounds like it. Plenty of time.
I didn't know he was having the baby.
Just chuck your phone on, and we can get like, it'd be cool. Have a baby on the Hangout.
There you go.
There you go.
my newest pickup, guys.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
We're
no,
talking
it's
about
fine.
Injustice.
Just I don't know. It looks it. I would like to play it. Maybe I'll red box it because I really just want to play it. But
Yeah, I played through the first one's story in 2 nights.
Yeah.
It was okay, but
I
the portrayal of Superman is really weird.
Yeah. It's not as weird. I mean, it still is, but like considering that Man of Steel was the previous movie that coming out. I mean, not in terms of like Superman being evil in that movie, just kind of dark Superman because he's just really mopey in that movie.
that was
In terms of comic Superman, it is an interesting departure. The comic for it is actually pretty good. The prequel comic.
This is based off of because I think this is continuing on the story for it for the Injustice
Yeah,
comic
it
book
is.
series.
Yeah.
It is. It's supposed to take place like immediately after
Yeah.
the first game.
Well, it's probably not immediately after. They have to have a comic tie-in that's in between the two.
Yeah, I think what are they on like I don't want to say because I don't know anything about it, but I thought they had like 2 or 3 more years worth of Injustice comics come out.
I think
prior to
year
this.
5 is what was going right now, or that finished, and they started the prequel comic to 2.
Okay.
I have no idea. I kind of stopped reading it around year 3. Not because it was bad, I just fell off of it.
I think they have a little bit more interesting choice of characters too.
Yeah.
So for in this roster,
I mean, the TV shows that came out since the first one definitely opened up the roster possibilities in terms of recognizable characters, because otherwise you would not have Firestorm in that game. And there's Black Canary, and I don't know if Black Canary is in the first one.
No,
but then you have like,
Killer
Supergirl
Frost.
in
Or not
it.
Killer Frost is what's it called? Captain Cold's in it. The new one.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sure other characters are in there. They've got Gorilla Grodd in there. That's
he's in there.
Swamp Thing. Not
Scorpion.
that's
Is it Scorpion or is it Sub-Zero this time?
It's Sub-Zero in this one. Scorpion was, I think, in the previous one. I think.
They might have a version of both of them. I have no idea. Because as we know, those are the only 2 Mortal Kombat characters ever created.
Because Red Hood is part of the first DLC pack.
Yeah.
And Starfire, right?
And Sub-Zero. But
I mean, it doesn't exactly bother me not to be able to play as Red Hood.
no, it does bother me a little bit that it's Damian Wayans for the Robin, but
Yeah, well, he was in the comic, so
I know it's just my least favorite Robin.
I can see that, but I enjoy Damian.
Then again, I don't know him as an adult, and he's like an adult in this game too. So
Yeah. There's been a couple adult, like, alternate future stories with Damian in the comics. Like, issue 666 of Batman was that, and then they did, like, a different one. And they had, like, something in Batman and Robin later on. Anyway.
it's like I said, it's frustrating because if it was a full roster and they weren't adding characters to it, I probably would pick this game up. But since they're going to add 9 more characters to this thing, it's I think it costs $5 a character to begin with. It's like
Ish.
You're better off just waiting 1 year and paying $20 for that game complete when it comes out next year.
Yeah, or if you really want to play it right away, you get the game, and then you play what you can of it, and then you trade it in for good credit, and then you wait for the Game of the Year edition and pick that up again.
I mean, because the funny thing is that they're going to do that too for Marvel vs. Capcom. The new one.
We do that now that I think about it. That trading method.
I would almost want the Marvel vs. Capcom series is one of my favorite fighting game series, and they're going to probably do it again for. We're going to probably held back some characters for it for DLC.
I mean, it's not exactly shocking for a fighting game to have DLC characters.
I know,
It sucks, but it's just kind of a thing.
I know.
We've come to accept it.
Ugh. I've come to waiting for a complete version to come out.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that with most things.
I know. My backlog is incredibly long. I just want to play it, and
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's like I might just Redbox it if I can find it this weekend via Redbox. I probably will, just to try it out. But then again, I want to try to finish Nier this weekend too.
How much further? How many of the 20 endings do you need to go?
Well, to me, I know there's 26 endings, and I have.
Well, I was kidding, but okay.
There's 26 endings, one for each letter of the alphabet. But there's only the first 5 are real endings. A lot of them are joke endings. So, like I got ending M by going to. There's a mission where a character's in trouble, and if you take the one path to go save this character, the game ends, and then it just rewinds, and you just go back to right before that happening. So that was just kind of like that was one of the endings where I was like, oh, that was dumb. But there's I was just gonna finish the game the other day, and then I found out that there is a secret boss battle with a character from the first game, but it can only be unlocked if you obtain every single weapon in the game. Now there is like 40 weapons in the game, and you have to max them out. So it's like, I was at like 20% of the weapons, and I just found that out. Or I was just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. You have to be at level 99. And I was like, all right, I did that. And all of a sudden, I found I have to have every single weapon, and I was like, oh man. So it's like, I'll be just grinding away getting weapons now the rest of this week. Yeah. Because after ending C, you can cut right to the end of the chapters to get to the end of ending D, and then you can do the same for ending E after that, and then you're officially done with the game after ending E. But if you want to do all the joke endings, there's several of them.
Isn't there one where you can, like, just to not get into spoilers, you can do something in the menu?
It might. I'm not sure. I've tried avoiding as much possible information. If I need something like the weapon guide, I'll just type in your automatic weapon guide.
The most I'll say is it is item related.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I only heard about it once. But you saying that like you could just go off and like rescue a character and that ends it, and then you rewind it. It reminds me of a silly ending in Shadow Complex, which isn't really a spoiler because you can do it right away. Is you can get through all the initial opening stuff, find out what the plot's going to be, and then you can just go back to your truck and leave, and you get credits. It's like, screw saving this person. I'm just going to go now.
And I just know there's a million collectibles, but I'm not going for the collectibles. I just want the one ending with the character from the first game, and then I will go to the final 2 endings of the game, and I'll be happy with it because there's just so much stuff to do in this game, and I love it. But I also like playing other games. I hate being sunk into a game where I'm just, committed to one game for so long. So that's why I choose not to 100% games that are over 100 hours.
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
But what are you guys playing? What's on your long play?
I'm playing clean up my in-laws' house for renovation. I just finished the second ending of that.
Of which?
Cleaning up my in-laws' house that had 40 years of stuff in it.
Yeah.
I just finished the second ending of that, and hopefully that's the ending of that. Because renovations start very soon.
Yay.
Yeah. Whoa.
Sorry.
3 mustangs here.
Yeah, nice.
Triple musty. What is
we're gonna have a full hangout pretty soon here.
Wait, it might. Yes. Okay.
Dual
Disconnected.
Musty. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Whoa.
We got a pack.
So
Active.
all of a sudden it freaked out and kicked me off, and I came back in. Now my other me has left.
Yeah, but that may have been the original stream, so we might be screwed.
Nope, we're still live.
Still says live.
Okay.
This happened a couple weeks ago after the and it popped me out, and then I came back in and it was still going. So, but at least I don't have to do this thing with my phone now.
Oh, this is so weird.
This is Musty from all angles.
Right?
Like there were 3 versions of you at one point here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Hey, if we got to stare at somebody 3 times, it might as well be you.
Here, let me pop in the better camera now. I had totally dismantled everything, including the my microphone. I wasn't expecting this, so.
Surprise.
Do you ever find this like weird thing with Wii games where like the spine is bumpy or?
It's
That's
got,
just like leftover from like the saran wrap.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
I've gotten that on other consoles too. Like if they're
Leftover
moved
bits.
on or something. I have no idea. It's weird. It's irritating.
I know, but it doesn't come off. Like,
Yeah, I know. Should you wash it off?
I'm trying to, but it's just not even budging. It's just staying there.
Hmm.
Sucks though, because this case is like perfect. I was gonna swap out something with it, but
Yeah.
that's the only flaw.
Irritating.
Oh yeah.
I haven't really been playing much recently. I guess my long plays would be Dragon Quest VII and Breath of the Wild, because I'm still going on Breath of the Wild, though I haven't played it in weeks. And I've started, like, I'm like 30 hours into Dragon Quest VII, but I haven't played that in a few weeks either. I've been mostly in comic book mode the last week or so, in a surprise to nobody. But, yeah.
That's not a bad mode to be in though either.
Yeah.
Hey, word on the street is Wonder Woman's good.
I hope so. I really, really hope so.
That's the early reviews or something like that.
Let there be a good DC movie, for the love of God.
I heard there's a little trouble in the 3rd act, but other than that, it's not that bad. They say actually it's a pretty good movie. They said it doesn't defer from being a bad movie. Just
At least there's not trouble in all the acts consistently. With every other movie. Like
So
there being
what would be like the best one that actually is like they're all horrible. What's the best of the horrible ones?
oh god, that are currently
Like,
released.
which one can you actually like
Stomach watching.
watch? Yeah, stomach watching. basically.
Well, Ryan would say Batman v Superman. So we're talking about like just the new ones, like Man of
the
Steel.
DCEU, the DC
Yeah.
Extended Universe.
Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
Man of Steel. Like we're not going back to like Michael Keaton Batman or anything. We're just
Okay.
talking about Man of Steel,
You have 2
Dawn of
movies right
Justice,
now.
and Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad,
Oh, and
third
Suicide-
movie.
That's right.
That gives you an indication of what the worst one is. We didn't even remember it.
I
I
tried
remember
not
it.
to remember that movie.
I haven't even seen it, so that'll do it. So the best of 3 for me would probably be Man of Steel, because it's not really that much of a difference. At least it's actually a movie.
How about
I
that
mean-
news? That was awful news for Zack Snyder fucking yesterday.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Sorry, you're speaking in tongues. I haven't
Zack
been paying
Snyder is the
attention.
director of all these movies, and his daughter recently committed suicide.
Oh no, how old was she?
I think she was like 20.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So he's stepping away from
Sucks.
Yeah.
making a movie. I think he returned. He said it's just too hard, so that's why he took a step away.
Yeah, it was like he was about to start filming like additional scenes, like reshoots, and he's like, "This is not the time to be doing this." And Joss Whedon had come in to help write additional scenes already, so he just handed that off to him.
All right, well, Zack Snyder, if you're listening, my heart goes out to you, buddy, because that's miserable.
Of all the people that could potentially be listening to this, I doubt he's one of them.
Well, I was
But
no,
still,
I was hoping he would have a chance to like redeem himself or something like that, but you know,
I mean, it's still going to be a Zack Snyder movie. There's not a whole heck of a lot for Joss Whedon to do. It's like some post stuff, like just kind of editing.
well, there's reshoots, recuts, and everything, you know.
Yeah, but they are keeping to Zack Snyder's original vision for it, so it's still going to be his movie.
Let's hope Josh Whedon doesn't mess it up like he did Avengers 2.
Avengers 2 is so much better than any of the movies he's made so far in this.
Wrong. That is one of the worst.
So not wrong.
Movies. Wrong.
So not wrong.
Where's
They
my
both,
button?
Batman
Wrong.
v Superman and that both have their problems.
No, Avengers 2 is awful.
At least
It's pure
Avengers 2
awful.
is a fun movie.
No, it is
The
not.
fun
It's
moments-
terrible. It is
the
awful.
fun
There's
movement-
nothing
the
enjoyable
fun
in that movie.
moments
It
are
is
very
awful.
strange.
No,
I will
they're
grant
awful.
you.
Go
They
take
are
a
very odd.
steam bath or somewhere you need to see the future. And robots have lips.
Name a character trait for any character in Batman v Superman other than suck.
It was so much better. Batman vs Superman was so much better than Avengers 2.
Name a character moment that actually involves a character doing something rather than something they have to do because something else happened. Name a moment.
I don't have to. It was a much better movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of like forgettable movie, eh?
It's not forgettable. I'll give it that.
It's forgettable
It's a
for me because I watched it and I don't remember much about it.
You're lucky. I will grant you, there are some good moments in Batman v Superman.
And I will say there is no good moments in Avengers 2. That was
my
terrible.
God, there's so
And
many
he was,
good moments in
he
that
was
movie.
trying to get fired too. He was trying to get fired. That's why it's such
He
a
didn't do
terrible
a very
movie.
good job. It was still a successful movie. I mean, Ultron was entertaining.
No, he wasn't. He was awful.
I found him entertaining. This is all opinions, obviously.
James
I
Spader is
disagree
awful.
with you. I disagree with you about both of these films for different reasons that you disagree with me about both of these films. I will admit to you that there are good moments in Batman v Superman. You will not admit to me that there are good moments in Age of Ultron.
I think Age of Ultron might be one of the worst Marvel movies.
That's not really unfair, but there aren't that many bad Marvel movies.
Thor 2 is pretty bad.
I enjoyed Thor 2. You're going to hate me for saying that even more, but I agree that there's problems with that movie, and that's worse than Age of Ultron.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a very boring movie, and that's what makes it worse.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. But, oh god, Malekith as a villain. Woo.
That's the problem. That I can take bad, but it's not if it's entertaining.
If
but
it's
when it's
boring.
just complete boring.
Yeah, I mean,
the worst.
I can name moments from Age of Ultron still. It's been about a year since I've watched it last. And I can name good moments from it. They're like joke moments, but still. I liked the entire ending arc. It was a pretty entertaining scene. And I have problems with the fact that there are so many jokes in the movie considering how high the stakes are. It doesn't seem like they should be joking around. But at least it makes it a fun movie even if it's out of place.
That's tension cutting or whatever.
It is. That's my issue with it. But if it's like okay, this is a little odd, but at least it's fun odd. Like rather than just like I want to freaking stick my hand in a waffle iron or something just to distract myself from the pain of watching this movie as Batman v Superman. And that's my opinion. You can enjoy it, Ryan. Totally up to you. It's fine.
So you're saying it's a thumbs up from you? That's what I'm hearing.
For Batman v Superman or Age of Ultron.
Both of them.
There is a thumb involved for Batman v Superman, but I'm not sure if it's up.
It's just in.
If it's up, it's not in a good place.
Yeah.
But there's like moments in it. Like I like the opening action scene is pretty good. It's an entertaining reintroduction to all the characters, and I like how Iron Man curses, and then Captain America just without even thinking about it goes language, and then Iron Man won't let him forget about it for the rest of the thing.
Remember when Quicksilver died and he didn't need to die?
I was trying to avoid spoilers for anyone that could potentially not have seen that movie. But I agree with you. I think that was more of a licensing
the
decision.
impact was, didn't make any. It didn't make any impact because
only
they're setting up to kill Hawkeye and they don't kill Hawkeye.
Yeah, that was a turnaround, but they do a really good job making you care about Hawkeye.
Yeah,
And
now he's really good fighting robots in outer space with a bow and arrow.
I liked that twist to a degree, but I agree with you that is a little unnecessary and weird. Quicksilver wasn't very good in that movie. But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that Quicksilver is both a X-Men character and an Avengers character, so that they had two versions of Quicksilver in theaters at the same time, so one of them had to let it go. And I think their probably condition was like, okay, you can use Quicksilver in Age of Ultron so you can introduce Scarlet Witch, but he has to die. It was probably a licensing agreement. Which I understand, but yes, that is one of the major issues with that film.
Why don't they just have consistency of character?
They do for everybody except for Quicksilver. Because Marvel makes their own movies for the most part, but they sold off licenses. It was like in the 90s or something. They were going bankrupt from something.
Oh.
And so they had to...
were selling well in the 90s.
Yeah, it was the bottom fell out of the market because of the speculators market. People were buying so many comics and they found out they weren't worth shit, so everyone stopped buying comics.
Okay.
And so that's why you got the Spider-Man movies at Sony, and you've got the Blade movies from whoever made Blade. I don't remember.
I think Fox. No, Marvel.
Yeah.
I think.
No, Marvel didn't do that, but you get like Punisher movies and all these other things. Point is, it's all from different companies. So
wow, I didn't know that. So
yeah,
cool.
so none of the X-Men movies are involved with the Avengers or Captain America or any of that, and vice versa, because the X-Men movies are all Fox made.
Yeah,
so that's their own universe, and they have Quicksilver in the X-Men movies, and they wanted to use Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the Avengers because they're also major players for the Avengers. So they had Quicksilver in there, but they killed them off. And I think that was probably a licensing agreement. They can't really introduce the Scarlet Witch without introducing Quicksilver as well. But the X-Men movies didn't want to use Scarlet Witch, and they couldn't really. There's not really a lot for her to do in the X-Men realm of it.
Okay.
So that was my guess, is that it was a licensing agreement that they could use the character as long as it was only for the one movie. And then they could continue on with Scarlet Witch.
The wording is if the character appeared in either Marvel series, they can use it. So, because Quicksilver is an Avenger, they could use Quicksilver in an Avengers movie. That's how the deal works.
Okay, so they could have used him.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just, I think it was still a good call to kill him off, because that is so much market confusion, having two different actors doing two different portrayals of Quicksilver in different franchises. Plus, it's kind of hard to make Quicksilver interesting. Let's be honest here. They did in the X-Men movies, I'll give them that. But that was a pretty lucky strike. Yeah.
Yeah, but Hawkeye sucks.
Hawkeye's decent. They could have done better with him, I'll grant you that.
It pissed me off though when Jeremy Renner said he refused to put on a mask.
Would you really rather have seen Hawkeye's mask from the comics?
Yes, I would. He wears a mask in the comics.
It's a
modernized. Hey, they found a way to make Captain America's mask not look stupid, so.
Yeah, because it's basically a helmet.
Yeah, that's fine. Works for me.
Yeah, I mean they do a good job of adapting the costumes to film. They could have made the mask work, but I mean they give so many reasons in those films for the characters not to be wearing masks because they're faces, they're actors that have recognition from moviegoers, so they're gonna want to see their faces.
Yeah, what you're gonna pay some like high paid actor to act in your movie, or you want to see their face?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah,
like,
but
some exceptions like Deadpool.
Yeah, but Captain America, what's it called? He what's it called? Wears a mask when he's in battle. When he's not, he does not wear a mask. He can go that.
Yeah, exactly.
With Tony Stark, he's not wearing his mask when they're having.
But Jeremy Renner was a bit of an it guy at the time, so may have been part of an agreement. But he kind of just works better without a mask in film, in my opinion. They probably tried to make that work.
I think for Deadpool, like in that movie, he was like super expressive.
Yeah, they did a good job of that. And
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds had huge control over that movie, which is why it wasn't like a thing where they had to make sure it was successful because it was like a sure thing success. They didn't know if it was going to be a successful movie or not, I don't think.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds really wanted to make it, so it was more of a passion project.
I liked the start of that movie, but I thought the ending was weak.
I thought the entire main villain was weak. I liked the movie though.
Yeah.
I'll give it credit though. It was a movie that was made on a $40 million budget because they did not want Ryan Reynolds. They had their whole plan for what they wanted to do, and because they didn't make the movie or didn't have the writing script for the movie, that Fox only gave him $40 million, and it became like the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Yeah, they didn't think it was going to do well because Deadpool wasn't. Deadpool wasn't really that much of a movie recognition character. Like, he's popular in the comic circles, but not a lot of people knew him prior to the film.
Other than casual people.
Yeah, other than from mainstream audience appeal.
Yeah.
And especially as an R-rated film, people don't go see those as much. So
and
it was
now you have Logan, which is rated R, and you're gonna have Venom, which is going to be rated R.
Oh God, Venom. I hope that's good. It's going to be so confusing.
I like Tom Hardy. I like the cast as Tom Hardy for him, but I don't understand why you would try to make. I know why, because I think they already know that Spider-Man's going to make like $1 billion, and that's why they're like, well, we're going to capitalize on this because we own complete control of all the Spider-Man, And I heard they're going to do a Sinister Six movie, which is going to be like Suicide Squad.
Okay, here's the reason that's going to be confusing, is because they partnered with Marvel to do a Spider-Man movie, so they have co-ownership for those movies. But anything outside of a main Spider-Man film is still within Sony's complete ownership, from what I know.
Yep.
So they're making a Venom movie to capitalize on the success of the Spider-Man movie, except it's not going to be connected in the same universe or have a possibility of the same actor playing Spider-Man showing up.
Nope. So it's going to be like a future movie because, this is still him in high school. And it's not, Eddie Brock in high school with him either.
Yeah.
It's Eddie Brock, a full adult.
Yeah, a little bit of age difference there between Tom Holland and
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
And the one thing is I like Venom a lot, but as a Spider-Man, villain / anti-hero.
Playing off
of Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is there like any real famous Venom story that you can, I don't think there's ever been Venom. There's stories
there's not
involving him and Carnage,
Yeah, but there's no Venom story that you can't point to something that's like, this is the story that is Venom and just Venom that you should read.
Exactly.
But
I would love to see a story with the Spider-Man right here eventually down the road with Venom and Carnage somewhere down the road, 4 or 5 movies down the road.
Honestly, they probably shouldn't have gone with Eddie Brock as
I know
Venom.
what you're talking, but I don't think they can do any of the other Flash Thompson, Venom stories.
I mean, that would be a way for you to separate it from Spider-Man a little bit, not because those characters aren't connected, they are, but his stories, Flash Thompson as Spawn. Jesus Christ. Oh well, same creator, artist-wise, but Venom stories. You have Venom, Agent Venom. You could have him go do the special agent stuff in that way, or you could have him be a space knight and go have space adventures, and you can capitalize off the success of Guardians of the Galaxy that way as well.
Yeah, but you can't work with the Guardians.
Yeah, but
unless they work out a great deal with Sony.
You can't. But you could have another space adventure movie. So you could capitalize on that success in a different way. But with Eddie Brock, you're so tied into that origin that you're completely screwed.
The one thing you can hope for, because they already announced a date for it too, which is next October. The one thing you can as much as I love to see it, the one thing you hope for is that it falls flat on its face, and then they just completely give up and just say, you know what, Marvel, you just do whatever you want. You know,
That is such a double-edged sword, but I agree.
that's the only thing, in my opinion, you can really hope for. You know, if you're a fan of this, because then, you know, Marvel will have total control. Because I do really trust what they're doing, because they're building to something. That's the one thing. Yeah. Even if I don't like the movie, they're building towards something. And as for storytelling purposes, I appreciate that kind of, you know, dedication.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing I'll say in terms of agreeing with you about Age of Ultron in a way is that it is probably the most useless of the mainline Marvel films in terms of moving the story forward.
Mm-hmm. But
it's not Avengers.
I heard Josh Whedon talk about it before, basically how, because that was not the movie he wanted to make.
Yeah.
So, and like he kind of just like half-assed it just to go, so he could leave because he didn't want to do that. He wanted to do more of he wanted to do a Black Widow story.
Yeah, but to be fair,
that's what he's doing.
Even for half-assed, he made an entertaining movie. At least in my opinion. In my opinion. I will say in my opinion to the ends of the earth, it will get you to at least acknowledge that it's in my opinion of it.
Agree, disagree.
Like the movie.
And
you don't have to like the movie.
No, I don't. And but I'm just saying this is like, and I think, well, that's why I think the Russo brothers, I think they got the correct guys running the show now, because I think they understand what what's his name, who's in charge of Marvel right now. I'm trying to remember his name. Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
He's one, you know, calling the shots. So
yeah. At the end of the day, it's the Kevin Feige project, but.
So as long as everyone's working on the same page is what I think, you know.
Yeah, which is why what was that director that had to leave Ant-Man because of creative differences?
Eddie, the guy who did
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, Edgar Wright. That's him. Because he couldn't make the movie he wanted to make, because he wanted to tell a story and they're like, no, this, you know, it has to follow down our storyline because this is what we're building to.
Yeah. Same complaint with Ant-Man as I have with Deadpool, even though I enjoy both movies. Same actor as the villain, I believe. And nope, it's a different actor.
It's a different actor. Yeah, check.
It's another bald white guy. Sue me.
You got the guy from
The Strain.
Yep.
Yeah. Another bald, boring white guy as the villain. Sue me for mixing them up.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I see so much I see so much money in that Spider-Man movie coming out, and I could see them with how that kid looks. Basically, granted, he's like 19 or 20. Yeah,
but then again, that's closer to the actual age of Peter Parker in the comics at the time.
And he looks he looks like the age for Peter Parker in the comics.
He looks like Peter Parker. He acts like Peter Parker. It works.
And I could see
the most accurate Spider-Man we've had so far, and we've only seen one small portion of it so far.
I can just see it down the road, with it being, you know, like that franchise. You could do like the Harry Potter thing with that, where you could do 9 movies with Spider-Man, and then because you could do so many different things, where you could do stories with him and Green Goblin. You could do stories then with Venom. You could do stories with, you know, Doc Ock. You could do then the Sinister Six. You can build all these things basically, but instead Sony's going to just completely shit the bed. And I know why they're thinking, well, if this does really good, we can do a Miles Morales movie. And I'm like, well,
they already are in animated form.
Yeah, but they're talking about because they have a 6-movie agreement with Disney, where it's it includes 2 of the Ultrons plus 1 of them for Civil War. So he's gonna have 3 solo, plus the 2 Civil War, the Age of what's it called, the 2 Avenger movies coming out next.
Infinity War.
Yeah. So Disney technically has 3 Spider-Man movies solos. I would hope for 9 personally. This is me being Spider-Man being one of my favorites. Spider-Man being one of my favorites, and basically, you know.
Yeah, I would like to see 9 good Spider-Man movies. But I think doing 9 Spider-Man movies solo would be a little too much.
I don't think so. Every couple of years you get something, basically, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, it depends.
Kraven's Last Hunt would be interesting if you do something like that.
Maybe. I still haven't read that story.
And as much as I hate Kraven as a character, that's actually a really good storyline.
Kraven has potential.
Yeah.
Have you ever read this is going to be such an odd segue to that, but have you ever read the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl comic?
Nope.
You should check it out because there's this Craven story, and I think it was the first issue, and it's pretty entertaining.
With Squirrel Girl?
Yeah, and she also sings like her theme song to the tune of the '60s Spider-Man theme
Mm-hmm.
in there. It's an entertaining book.
I was reading because I was just looking the other day. I'm like, I have yet to have someone I recommend me read this Venom story. So I was just like, and I know what happens to the story, but the Carnage versus Venom story.
Separation anxiety?
No, it's the one that forms because Carnage gives birth. I'm trying to remember what's the name. What's the name? It's not. What's the name? Toxin. Yeah, that's the Toxin story. I started reading. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the Toxin story. So
I keep forgetting that character exists.
Yeah, I know.
Other than remembering the separation anxiety video game.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like,
Yeah,
just stay at Carnage. He's basically Marvel's version of the Joker.
basically.
Well, that and maybe Goblin.
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Oh god, remember it? I hadn't thought about that Green Goblin costume in so long. That has to be
Which
one
one?
of the in the original 3 Spider-Man movies.
It's better than Amazing Spider-Man 2, where the Harry Osborn's Green Goblin costume.
I mean, that's fair, but it's also probably one of the worst aging costumes in any comic book movie.
It's true, but that all he did was really spike his hair up. That's all he really did, and he uses.
Yeah, okay. I had completely forgotten about that. Not that he just spiked his hair up, that he was in the movie.
And then he says, "I need Peter. I'm dying. I need Spider-Man's blood. I've done no research. I just know he's Spider-Man, and his blood can save my life."
Okay, yeah, that's another one where it's a weird trend of like blood-related plots from the same writer. It's like it's the same guy that wrote some other movie. I don't remember which one.
He did one of the Transformers with the magic blood, and
yeah, it was like Transformers Prime. I think he wrote for, which had Dark Energon in it. I don't know if he wrote any of the mainline films. There's some other movie that had a blood-related.
I can look it up real quick on IMDb.
It's like how Shane Black does movies all at Christmas. So it's like you go see Iron Man 3 and it takes place during Christmas. It's like, oh, it's Shane Black movie.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Another thing I'll say, like I said that Tom Holland was the most accurate Peter Parker we've gotten so far, or Spider-Man in general. But I will give credit to the original, at least the original 2, because Tobey Maguire is a great like 60s era Spider-Man. Because that's what Sam Raimi was
Spider-Man
going
was
for.
30 years old, pretending to be a high schooler.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he's going for that 60s era storyline, and it fit really well. The weirdest thing about those original 3 movies, there's many weird things about the third one, but the weird thing about those, other than that it's a very clearly 60s story taking place in the early 2000s, is that all the sub-characters are cast substantially better than the main cast. Like, Tobey Maguire's great as Peter Parker. What's his other name? Green Goblin. Norman Osborn.
Willem Dafoe.
Thank you. I am familiar with Willem Dafoe. His name just slipped my brain. He was a really good Norman Osborn. Not so much a Green Goblin, but that's because of the costume. But
I think that's also Sam Raimi's direction. I mean, I like Sam Raimi, but that is very much. I mean, to me, he's very. He was a fan of the '60s Spider-Mans, so he directed it very much like that, not like a modern day take on it.
No, that's absolutely fine. It just the only thing that weirded me out about it is that it took place in the early 2000s rather than in the 60s. That was the only weird part. If it was a timepiece, then it would have been perfectly fine. But Yeah, like with Harry Osborn and Mary Jane, those weren't great casting choices. But like J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson. It's not even like any transition period. He just literally is the character off of the page.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's like the best casting right there ever.
Yeah, same with Aunt May. She is like exactly Aunt May from the comics.
I prefer new Aunt May.
I wonder why. But
Boom.
in terms of comic accuracy for 60s era, that's perfect. What were you looking up?
No, I was just looking up that writer. So he did Star Trek Into Darkness, which I believe also has Magic Blood.
Tribbles.
He did, sorry, I'm trying to pull up his name. He also did, he did a few of the Transformers, actually.
That doesn't shock me.
Trying to see which one exactly.
I'm just trying to think of one that has Magic Blood in it, and I can't think of any.
I should remember about that, yeah.
It's hard to remember anything from those Transformers movies.
I remember a bunch of metal bashing into each other. That's all I remember from the movie.
I remember an incredibly out-of-character Optimus Prime that literally let people die to prove a point. God. I hate those movies, if you can't tell.
I gave up on watching them after the second movie.
I'm not quite as critical of comic book movies, I think, as you guys are. So
I mean, that's fair to say.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I enjoy them for what they are. I don't hate on them like crazy. So,
but I mean, just as a human being capable of rational thought, I don't think the Transformers films are very good.
No, definitely not.
They've gotten progressively worse. I mean,
yeah.
They make $1 billion, so why stop making them?
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're wrong to make them.
I can never tell what's going on in them because all it looks like is a bunch of silver metal things running into each other.
Why bother writing a good story or do anything and make it entertaining when it's going to make $1 billion every time?
I blame Michael Bay about all of that. Those could be good movies, but he just doesn't care about making good movies.
Well, it drives me nuts when you hear someone like Joe, from STC, where he's like, those movies are terrible, but I'm keep seeing them. I'm like, don't. Quit giving them money. Quit.
I keep seeing them, but I don't give them money to see them. Like, I usually will watch them on Netflix or get them from the library just because I'm morbidly curious to see what they fucked up this time. But I really hope they stop making them. Like, I will give those movies one thing. Two things. Michael Bay has a really good talent for filming cars. I'm thinking this is because he did a shit ton of car commercials. But still, that is a talent that exists within those films. And in all the action scenes, everything, or at least the vast majority of effects that aren't the actual models of the Transformers themselves, are practical. Like, I've seen footage of one scene where he's like lifting an actual truck off the ground, and then in post it's a Transformer lifting the truck. So the truck is there, the Transformer isn't. And the effects on the Transformers themselves, that is revolutionary CGI. That is fantastic looking from a CGI standpoint. From a character design standpoint, it is garbage on a stick. But it's very well animated garbage on a stick. So that's what I'll give those movies. From a talent standpoint of filmography and practical effects and CG quality, fantastic. Story, character design, and acting, fucking terrible. Everything that should make those movies good is awful. All the set dressing is fantastic. But props to the CG animators and all that. They're great. But I'll give you one example of just a weird moment I had with Age of Extinction, or whatever the fuck the fourth movie was called. And I try not to swear too much, but I'm talking about Transformers, so it's a little hard. But when I was watching that movie, that's the Mark Wahlberg one, I was watching that and actually enjoying the rivalry between Mark Wahlberg and Kelsey Grammer more than the Transformers scenes. I would have legitimately rather watched a movie that was just Mark Wahlberg trying to get his daughter back from Kelsey Grammer. Without Transformers in it. Yeah, maybe not the best phrasing on that idea, but... But you know what I mean.
There's way too many highlights tonight. I don't know what Derek's going to do with all of this.
He's going to do a supercut like he did with STC.
What exactly did I create a clip out of just then? I mean, I know the implication of what I just said, but I'm not just sure about the phrasing. Other than it was a definite phrasing moment. Oh, well, I'll find out later, I'm sure. Anyway, I think we've talked enough about comic and Transformer movies.
Yeah, as you can tell, I don't have much to say about it. Cause,
yeah, it was basically me and Ryan ranting for the last half hour or so. Good discussion for us, but...
But it all came full circle to they suck.
Yeah.
If you want the short version,
a good portion of them suck. Yes.
Look who joined.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh wow, a celebrity.
Sorry we're joining so late. We had family in town. They just left. And I immediately got on the Hangouts.
Kicked them right out.
Yeah, they're going. They're still on Central Time.
They're in bed right now, or
no? They just left. They went to go back to the hotel. They're leaving tomorrow.
Okay,
Chicago.
You're like, don't come back here.
Since I should probably stop talking for a few minutes anyway, I'm going to go take a break and I'll come back. You guys talk about something else.
Okay.
What's left after all that?
What's left? Are you asking me?
Oh yeah. What do you got on the? What kind of interesting things should we be talking about right now?
Topic of discussion.
It's good.
Oh.
They literally just finished talking about something when you hopped on, so now we're at a.
We are at an impasse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want to go back to the portable stock?
We could bring that back up. I mean, there's more people now on than so earlier. We were talking about CC Portable and potential. We were going to help Curtis by putting together a list of potentials.
Yeah. No, Melissa's yelling at me about Barry. No, not everybody wants to talk about that.
Well, I mean,
I had to schedule an appointment today. I was going to drop off my paperwork for the passport, and they said you have to have an appointment scheduled. So I scheduled an appointment when I know there's nobody scheduled at that current time for the passport today, because the guy opened the book and it was wide open. I was like, oh, nice. So I have to go tomorrow on my lunch break to turn in my passport paperwork and I guess swear on an oath that that's me.
Yeah. So wait a minute. He opened the book and there was nobody there, but he said, since you're not on here either, I can't take you right now.
Yep. So I guess you have to have a 24-hour notice or something like that.
What the hell for? Okay.
Gonna have 24-hour notice. So he opened the book. He said, "How about tomorrow, 12:30?" I'm like, "Okay, tomorrow, 12:30." So
that's the opposite.
That's what you get for living in the freest country in the world, right there.
It's messed up. Yeah.
I don't think we needed to get into Canada. I think you just needed to get back. That's
Price of freedom.
It's
I
insane.
think you're right. I think it's just a return thing, but.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, once we're done with you, we'll kick you out. Don't worry about that. We'll get
I'm
what we need.
I'm gonna take advantage of all that free healthcare.
Oh yeah, get up here and break an arm, man.
So does Curtis really needs help with portables?
No, we were
just a good topic of discussion.
I was suggesting that because there currently wasn't a suggestions, like for the game of the month, there's that top thread that's stickied that's suggestions for the game of the month. the ongoing conversation that goes on there. So there wasn't one for portable, so I was thinking, hey, why don't we, it's kind of a slow news week, so why not talk about it here?
All right.
And so
okay,
we're coming
so
up with genres and trying to mix and match some things. We obviously are not planning this for him, but
let's
we
brainstorm some Game Gear games.
If anybody could actually play Game Gear
Yeah,
games.
Yoshi
Gotta
could
find a
provide
way
the
to-
entire club with enough Game Gear games or Game Gears.
Yeah.
Why don't we play Sonic 2 first, since everyone seems to have it?
Sonic 2. Game Gear Sonic 2. I don't know.
If
I guess
I'm
I
gonna
would.
play Sonic 2, it's not gonna be on the Game Gear.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's very different from the Sonic 2 on
Yeah.
the Genesis.
But I mean, like, if you're gonna pick a portable game, it's got to be something unique. Can't be just like some watered down version of something else.
Yeah.
I think that should be kind of like a general guideline for things, unless there's something actually epic about the portable version that's beyond the console version.
So we're sticking pretty much with Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo portables, or is PlayStation Portable an option?
PSP.
DS,
PSP.
DS, 3DS, PSP.
I would just list off the ones that are in my backlog that I want to play.
Backlog.
So let's hear it.
Well, let's see.
All right. Well, this is what we did earlier. We listed every single genre we could think of. So we have platformer, stealth, action, adventure, RPG, arcade, fighting, run and gun, mobile, rhythm, shoot 'em up, racing, puzzle, beat 'em up, educational, sports, first person shooter, party, pinball.
Yeah, that's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah. So now we need to fill in all those categories.
You need a game for each category? Is that?
Well,
that's
it's for fun. I guess for fun,
Yeah.
basically.
What'd you put for puzzle? Don't say Tetris.
I don't have anything yet here. Well, Tetris is coming up, so I can include it in the list.
All right.
Yeah, you could do Tetris. You could do. Is Luminous? Would you say Luminous is a puzzle game?
Yeah. Or rhythm.
Puzzle rhythm music game.
Music, yeah.
Was that a rhythm then? And how do you spell that?
More of a puzzle game, I think.
I think we should have a Leighton game in there. I don't know what that would fall under, though.
Yeah,
That's
we have
puzzle.
Phoenix Wright.
Puzzle
Or
adventure
Phoenix,
game.
right? Yeah.
Phoenix Wright was more of a visual novel adventure.
Yeah. All right. Pinball.
Yeah, Metroid Pinball came up. Melissa
That was be the one.
That,
Yeah,
but-
Metroid
Kirby-
Pinball.
yeah, we mentioned that before.
There's
Hmm?
another one.
What is it?
Kirby's Pinball Land.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that one.
There's a Mario one too.
Melissa said Metroid Pinball too. She loves that. She thinks she loves that game. All right. I don't know. What's in the backlog?
Backlog.
The World Ends With You is an immediate RPG that comes to mind. Do you guys
What's
know
that?
that one on the DS?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a good one I've never played, but we've got a ton of RPGs so far.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, those aren't too hard.
Actually, I didn't
There's
have
Dragon
any of
Quest.
my stuff in here, so I can put them in right now.
Yeah.
World ends with you.
With you, yeah.
With WIF. With you. Okay, what other RPGs we can put in there?
Dragon Quest
Which one?
4.
I mentioned that in general earlier, but
I know, but there's so much action going on now.
Nine.
So I was just filling in the genres.
I don't know. I don't know what's a good Dragon Quest. I never played any of them.
Yeah, me either.
So I just
Most
start
of
with the
them are
earliest
good.
one
What I
that is on
know.
DS.
4 is a good starting point, though, obviously, because it's the first DS one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The other ones are too old. I mean, they made Dragon Quest 1 and 2 for Game Boy Color.
Yeah, but
I have that, but
yeah, I mean, you could also do 5. You'd want to skip 6 because that one's a lot of money.
yeah, 6 is hard to come by. I hear 9's really good.
Yeah,
That's
7.
kind of new.
7. We've already done 8 as a club game,
Okay.
but 7 is really good. It would be a little. Actually, no, they quickened that pace up in the 3DS remake, so it's about the same length as 8 now, I think.
But I would also think maybe we should, because that's just a remake of a PlayStation game. Like maybe we should focus on RPGs that are unique or exclusive to the portable market.
Yeah, because I mentioned Lunar Silver Star Harmony earlier, but that's mostly a Sega CD and PlayStation game.
Yeah, that's how I think of it too.
Yeah, it's got really good redrawn visuals, but it's still mostly a console game. Like 2 out of 3 platforms, console.
Yeah, I mentioned Chrono Trigger for the same reason. But
yeah, so World Ends With You is exclusive to DS. We've covered Pokemon.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 3, like Real 3.
Real 3
on the DS.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting through that game.
I played that for 6 hours, and that was a chore.
I will not play it again.
Nope.
How about some Sega Nomad games?
Ooh, that's a
cheating.
good.
Or Turbo Express.
Tiger Electronics.
I was wondering if you guys are going to get to that, like the Tiger Electronics or the Game and Watch.
Count me out on that one.
Eric, what would you say is the best Game Gear game?
I'm not sure. I don't actually play Game Gear very much. I like the Shinobi games.
That's what I was going to say.
And I hear I'm not sure if the Shining Force game on Game Gear is very good. But I think I'd have to just say the Game Gear Shinobi games.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Sorry.
That's fine. Just asking because I don't really know either.
Yeah.
I remember I had a really good time with Crash Test Dummies on the Game Gear.
Really?
That was fun.
I don't think I played that.
All you really do is just try to keep them from exploding. It was fun.
Man, I remember those things were popular.
Oh, yeah. I miss those commercials.
Yeah. All right. What are some other? You got any? So, I guess I could look at my spreadsheet for any ones I have in my backlog.
Backlog. Do you have any fighting?
Am I saying it funny, or are you just making a reference to
So we're
something?
doing Volley Kill.
Yeah.
Oh. Fix my camera. Was it fuzzy again? God. Need to get a better webcam.
I mean, you did get a better webcam.
From the P one?
Yep.
P-cam?
All right, let's see here. Nintendo D. Oops. What the hell's going on here? No. 1 second. Someone screwed up here. Let's see. What's in the Nintendo DS backlog? I'm just going to throw them out. Maybe you guys will decide. Oh, here's one. Right on the top of the list. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Ooh.
That's
Where's
the
that?
Zero. What do they call that series now?
Zero Escape?
Zero Escape.
Oh,
That's
it's
definitely
cool,
one
right?
I would be motivated. The club would definitely help motivate me to play.
Which one?
It's called. The version I have is called 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but or they have like 999, and then that explains that out. So you can just write it as 999.
Yeah, 999. And they remade. Did they remake it for the 3DS now? Anyway, one of the Zero Escape
Actually,
games.
I think they put out a collection of those on PS4. If I'm not mistaken.
I saw that. Yeah.
What genre is this?
It's
Uh,
another kind of like visual novel-y puzzle game.
yeah, it's kind of a
Adventure.
puzzle. Maybe
You're trying
adventure.
to escape the rooms or something.
Yeah.
So 999 is it called, or
You could call it 999, yeah. Damn, I bought that game 6 years ago. Never touched it. All right. There's some good Castlevania games on the DS.
we have? Well, we have a couple of them. We have the Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, which is the PSP one. We have
Yeah.
Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, and we have Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance.
Those are Game Boy Advance games.
Well, yeah, Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of those are.
Aria of Sorrow,
And
Harmony
Harmony.
of Dissonance.
yeah, so the other ones were like on DS or it's Dawn of Sorrow.
Dawn
on
of
DS.
Sorrows on DS.
And then
Portrait of Ruin.
Ruin and Order of Ecclesia.
Yeah, I haven't played the last two. The only one I've played is Dawn of Sorrow.
I haven't played any of them.
Elite Beat Agents.
Yep.
That's a music rhythm game. Ooh, there's some Fire Emblem games on the DS and 3DS. Well, everybody knows that now. Okay. Golden Sun. That's an RPG.
Golden Sun would be a good one.
That's exclusive to portables. There's some Kingdom Hearts, but those have been remade in the new collections.
Technically not. At least for 358 Days Over 2, that's just the cinematics. Same with Recoded.
Oh, it is? Okay, so there's
actual
the games then.
themselves are portable exclusive.
Okay, so those
Except
would be...
for Birth by Sleep has been remade, and same for Dream Drop Distance.
Those are the PSP and 3DS?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some Legend of Zelda exclusives.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening and
Minish Cap I have on my list here.
Minish
Between
Cap,
Worlds.
Oracle of Ages, Seasons, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks,
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds. I mean, that's a classic. Right? That's
Yeah.
instant
And
classic.
yeah, that one would be our Link Between podcasts.
There you go. Mario and Luigi series. You could continue on the Donkey Kong thing and go into the Mario versus Donkey Kong series. Is that too similar? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Am I wrong about that? The Donkey Kong for the Game Boy was like the first 4 levels were the arcade, but then it moved into this whole...
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
I have that listed underneath as arcade.
Okay. Okami Den.
I don't know
That's what I was
that
trying to think of. I couldn't remember if that was a thing.
The portable version.
At least here. I couldn't remember if that was a Japan exclusive or something.
No, I've got it. I don't think it's an exclusive. I've got one. Puzzle game. I've got Planet Puzzle League. Picross. Do you guys know the Picross games? I love the Picross games. Puzzle
I
Quest.
have one, but I haven't played it much.
Okay.
Eating almonds makes it harder to talk a little bit.
is there a portable Bust-A-Move or something like that? There's got to be. I mean, it's released on.
I'm sure there is. I don't have any though. Radiant Historia. I don't know if that's any good.
It's another big RPG, if I remember right. I think that's also time travel stuff like Chrono Trigger.
Well, that's a couple in my DS backlog. Okay. Bravely Default, Bravely Second.
Those would both be, yeah.
There's Fire Emblem games again. Codename Steam. I don't know if anybody's interested in that. Fantasy Life. That might be a hard one to do in a month. I hear that's like Animal Crossing.
There's Tomodachi Life, too.
Yeah, Tomodachi Life, sure. Legends of Zelda, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon for 3DS. Bunch of Pokemon.
I mentioned Luigi's Mansion earlier because I could have sworn we did the original as a club game, but apparently not.
What would you say Animal Crossing is for a genre? Is that Sim or
Sim?
Yeah.
God game? I don't know.
because New Leaf is actually a really good game. And
Yeah, my kids love it. Yeah. Yokai Watch. I don't know if that's one.
That's basically
We
Pokemon.
were starting to
Is
throw
it-
out some mobile games, too.
Yeah. Like I
yeah,
mentioned
good
the
idea.
Room series and Monument Valley and the Lara Croft Go and those types of games.
There's a Hitman one also.
Yeah. I just meant like the Go games in general. There's one more. I just can't remember what it is. Deus Ex.
Okay.
There's also that Deus Ex The Fall or whatever the hell. First person shooter on mobile. Probably not a good idea.
What about your PSP backlog? Or do you have any
I do have a
or
PSP backlog. Let's
Game
see.
Boy Advance or
Yeah, I kind of started with DS. Let's see. Let's see what a good PSP backlog would be. You mentioned Dracula X. I'd like to get through Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
There's the God of War games on the PSP that I never played. Those were eventually ported to PS3, however. They already mentioned Chinatown Wars. That's probably one you should play on the DS, but if they did that, I'd play the DS version.
They do.
I have both. They're slightly different. They're not. I shouldn't say they're slightly different. The stylus mechanics on the DS were replaced on the PSP.
You mentioned the God of War games.
There's God of War: Chains of Olympus and Ghost of
Yeah.
Sparta.
Yeah, I mean, you could still do those.
Yeah, but they were and they were Yeah.
They were originally portable games.
The Metal Gear games, Peace Walker, I hear is pretty good.
Mhm.
That also was eventually ported to PlayStation 3. Metal Gear Acid, I don't think was portable ops.
Nope.
There's the Patapon games. Those are a big series on PSP.
Loco Roco.
Loco Roco. The first Persona games are available on PSP. Shin Megami Tensei Persona and Persona 2 Innocent Sin. Star Ocean, which are, those are ports, but in my opinion, they're most accessible on the PSP.
Which games again?
That may not be true. Star Ocean,
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are.
They made Valkyria Chronicles 2 for the PSP.
Yep, and 3, but we never got a physical edition of it.
Oh, really? I didn't even know about that. And then there's some Ys games on the PSP, but I don't know if anybody cares about those. Ys 7.
I do.
Yeah. Those would be the ones I'd mention.
Yeah. There's 1 and 2 Chronicles. There's Oath of Felgana, which is the third one.
Yeah.
And then there's 4, and then, no, 4. 7.
7.
And then there's Ark of Napishtim, which nobody should play that way.
Is that on PSP?
Yeah.
Is it really? I have the PS2 version.
Good. That or PC are the ways you want to play that.
Okay. Those would be my few PSP recommendations.
Actually, honestly, in terms of Ark of Napishtim, just to go on that for a second.
Yeah.
If you have the option to pick up that on PC on one of the GOG sales or a Steam sale,
yeah,
do that instead of playing the PS2 version. Because, 1, it's just a better looking and running game. And 2, there's no English voice acting, unlike the PS2 version. The voice acting in that game is absolutely horrendous. It is much more preferable to have it silent with text. Just putting it out there. Still perfectly playable, it's just irritating voice acting.
All right. Let's see here. Game Boy. Should we do the classic Zelda Link's Awakening?
Sure.
Yeah.
We already have that on though.
Yeah, for Game Boy
Looks
Color or GBA, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. The DX version.
Yeah, so I think of the Game Boy, I think of a bunch of NES, ports of NES games. Those are the ones that I've always picked up at least.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier Metroid 2.
Yeah, Metroid 2, that would be one I've never played that one. I'd definitely be interested in doing that.
I think Musty mentioned the Mario Land games specifically.
Yeah. Good, all good choices. Let me look at the Game Boy Advance.
One of the comments that I made earlier too was that with some of these games being short, it opens up the potential for, hey, let's hit Super Mario Land 1 and 2.
Yeah, because Mario Land 1 is like a 40-minute game.
Is it really?
50
and
to
2 I hear is really good.
They're all meant
50 or 60
they're meant to be in one sitting. That's
Okay.
I mean, Mario Land 1 is 50 to 60 minutes if you're real bad at it.
Okay.
I did fairly poorly on my first playthrough, and I finished it in 45 minutes.
Okay. Let's see here. We mentioned Golden Sun. What about Advance Wars?
Yep.
Metroid Fusion?
Yep.
Ninja 5.0? Just kidding.
Yeah, I couldn't tell there.
I'm just being a jerk.
Yep. I mentioned Shantae earlier. Don't feel
yeah,
bad.
there you go. And what about this one, WarioWare? WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games. You guys ever play that?
Probably not a choice for a club game, but I've never played it.
No, you don't think so? Okay.
Yeah, just because it's a puzzle collection, right? Not a puzzle, but like
It's like these really quick mini games. I had fun with it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I played through it.
Yeah. I
It-
mean, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying
you don't
as
think it's
a
good
club
puzzle
game.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. E-reader cards. No one cares
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah. Like an example with the minigame thing, I suggested earlier Legendary Starfy on DS, which is a great or a good platformer.
Yeah.
There's mini games in that are actually fairly decent. But if it was just the mini games, I wouldn't have recommended it.
Okay. That's it. Those are the ones I'd recommend, or those are the ones I'd be interested in.
Yep.
I think Golden Sun is actually a pretty solid suggestion.
Yeah.
Because it's completely unique to that system. I don't think it came out anywhere else.
2 on GBA and 1 on DS.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Another random RPG I suggested earlier. I don't know if Ryan wrote it down. Was Crimson Gem Saga on PSP?
You're gonna have to spell that out
I've
for
never
me.
played that one.
It's Crimson Gem Saga.
Oh,
I was probably mumbling, but it's all actual words, so you should be able to do it.
Crimson Gem Saga.
Yep.
That's not a puzzle. That sounds like a puzzle game. It's an
an
RPG.
Yep. It's probably not the best RPG on the system, but it's fairly decent from what I played, and I've heard good things about it. I played only a little bit of it, but it's very humorous in its writing. Like one scene, I will say that's not a spoiler or anything that I remember. It's just a funny moment that you come across in general. I remember going behind this one building because you're like looking for chests and stuff. So you go behind a building and I find a chest and I open it and it's like 2 really expensive items. And it just says the guy's jumping up and down going, I'm rich, and he drops 2 of the 3 and he's just like, oh no. And you just get 1 of the 3 because he drops the other 2. And that was amusing. You just hear a just huge crash sound effect.
Let's see here.
can you think of it? Do you have any first-person shooters?
I mentioned Coded Arms earlier. Probably not the best recommendation.
Well, I know there's Doom on the Game Boy Advance. That was impressive.
Yeah, Duke Nukem Advance. I mentioned that. And then Musty completely trumped me by mentioning Metroid Prime Fusion, which is a...
Hunters.
I was going to say Metroid Prime Hunters is another one.
Hey, it's a lot of Metroid games, a lot of titles to remember.
Yeah. Let's see here.
But, it's a much
Do I have any?
suggestion.
Oh, Killzone. That's right. There was a Killzone for the Vita.
There's a Killzone. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for PSP.
The
I have a
PSP
Bust
one
Move
wasn't-
DS.
The one for PSP wasn't a first-person shooter. It was a tactics game, I think,
Was it really?
or something. It was something
Let's
like
see.
kind of isometric looking. But Mercenaries was a first-person shooter, and it was apparently fairly decent on Vita.
There is Resistance. There's Resistance. One of the Resistance series, Resistance
Really?
Retribution, is
Yeah,
on
that one-
PSP.
Third person, I believe.
That's third. Okay.
Still though,
Not gonna make a big. There's Siphon Filter. I don't know if those count as
third.
FPSs though. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. DS. I don't know if I have a lot of FPSs on these systems.
No, there aren't really.
The second analog is probably going to be.
Yeah, there's some Call of Duties that are supposed to be fairly decent.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's
I
happening.
don't think Call of Duty will ever.
I'm never. I wouldn't do that either. Yeah, I don't see any FPSs on my list. All right.
First person, but not a first person shooter. Dementium: The War.
Never heard of it. What's that for?
It's DS horror game.
It's called
was-
Dementium.
Yep,
Okay.
and there was a second one as well. But they remade the first one on 3DS digital only, a little better graphics stuff. Same with Moon. That's kind of a first person one.
What about not to change off of first person stuff, but did you guys talk shmups yet?
Nope.
No.
Because there's Nemesis. That's like the lone one I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, we can-
Shmups
Shmups, yeah.
for portable.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Nanostray. There's Iridian. There's R-Type.
Yeah, we knew there were ones. We just couldn't think of any.
Those are the ones that I would. I mean, R-Type is just a port. The R-Type one on the PSP is a strategy game. I don't know how good NanoStray or Iridian are.
I heard things about NanoStray, but I'm not sure which one.
You've what? Oh, you've heard good things?
Yeah, but there's several of them. Am I mumbling really bad?
No, I'm just not. Surprisingly, as early as it is here, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I was just asking the panel more than you specifically, but because the Crimson Gem Saga thing,
right,
kind of clued me in. I'm out of water.
All right.
Yeah. So whether he uses them or not is totally his call, but we thought we'd.
Yeah.
It was a good topic of discussion too.
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun. It makes me remember all the crap I bought that I'm never going to get to.
Yeah. And it brought us full circle.
Yeah.
Because we talked about that at the start of the show.
Oh, sorry.
That was fine.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to jump on today.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little late. Oh, I'm probably not going to stay on too long though.
Yeah, I think it's starting to get to that point too for me where I'm starting to get a little tired.
Yeah, last game I'll mention, and then we can do whatever the heck we want. But Contra 4.
Yeah.
That's a shoot 'em up, or that's a running gun. So
yeah,
running gun.
Yeah, we brought up Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch.
And just for the heck of it, the Thor DS game.
That's a beat 'em up. That's a beat 'em up. Okay, we don't have right.
You wrote down Guilty Gear Judgment when I mentioned that before.
I must have missed it without. I must have been putting out the genres. So, wait, that's for fighting. That's beat 'em up. Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I mean, it has Guilty Gear X2 on it, which is a fighting game, but Judgment is a beat 'em up, and that's PSP exclusive.
So, Rockets. I was going to ask you an unrelated question. Sorry.
Sure. No, go ahead.
Did you figure out your Overwatch target cartwheel stuff?
No, I didn't. I think you were right on that one. So I might approach it this way because it's $31.99 at Best Buy right now.
With Gamers Club. Do you have a GCU?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I have a $10 reward too.
Yeah.
But I am gonna test it out before I buy it. So it's Friday that it comes out Friday.
Yeah.
Or if I like it, I can still buy it Saturday. So I'm gonna go with that approach at it right now.
Okay.
So I still have time to order, and I have $10 to play with.
That's true.
So
okay,
it would be about $21.99 pre-tax.
Just don't forget.
Mm-hmm. I'll download it Friday, and then
don't
Friday
night,
night.
Saturday. Yeah.
Hopefully, I can hop in Friday or Saturday morning.
All right.
I know, like I said, I want to say I think there's something. I know Monday is cookout day for us in the States.
Yeah, that's right. I have the day off.
Trying to think, whatever. Is there anything else? Because Muncie was asking earlier if there's plans this weekend because he's getting drunk on Sunday.
Yep.
He's getting what? Drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I have a friend who's turning 35.
And the proper term is shit-faced.
Okay.
I may have been thinking
Musty's getting shit-faced? What?
No, it's not true. There is a brewery bus crawl.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. All right.
So sorry, back to the topic of discussion here. Is Brain Age educational, or is that or is it puzzle?
I think it's puzzles.
It's puzzle.
Because there's Sudoku. Sudoku is probably the biggest part of that game, and there's a bunch of other Sudoku games on there too.
Okay.
Or on the DS.
It's not educational in the sense that it's not going to teach you anything.
That'll make you smart.
It tests how well you know stuff already.
And it's recognition training and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any sports games? These are the categories we have empty. Actually, I'll put Metroid Pinball and Kirby Pinball.
We have more pinball games than we do fighters.
So I have party, sports, educational, racing, fighting, arcade. And Yeah, those are the ones that have nothing in them yet. For I can put Donkey Kong 3. I didn't include Donkey Kong yet because I consider Donkey Kong this month to be arcade.
All right, guys, I gotta bounce.
Yep.
Okay. We're
All right, man.
I need sleep in my life.
We're probably gonna crash
See
the
ya.
ship soon here.
Yeah. Wow, am I going to stick around for crashing the ship? I've never been around for that. I don't
Well,
think. Maybe once.
We can
I
talk
like-
Barry for a few minutes if you want.
Sure.
Talk about Sega Master System, and he will.
I like how Retro Vendingo crashes the plane and we get in a shipwreck.
Yeah. I don't have any sports. An arcade is surprisingly hard to come by too, at least in my collection. Party. What else is there? Mario Party. That's it. There's Mario Party.
Retro Gaming Challenge or whatever that.
Oh, that's hard to get though. I mean,
I didn't know that. That was just one that I thought of.
yeah, I have that. What's it called? Retro Game Challenge. I've got that,
Yeah.
but that one can be a little bit hard, I think, to come by.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be a thing. I just thought of it and figured I'd mention it.
No, it's a good thought.
Oh,
All
Ryan, did you write down Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime?
Which one's that for?
I
Category.
don't know what category that would go in. Just say like action adventure. It's probably wrong, but it's a strange game, so it's hard for me to think of what to put it in.
Dragon Quest. What's it called? Dragon Quest what?
Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. Rocket Slime is the subtitle to that. But you go around collecting. You play as a slime, and you're like going through like almost these dungeons, but they're basically towns. You're collecting basically all the different kinds of monsters and getting all kinds of different stuff. And then there's the Rocket Slime, which is a ship that you get into, which is like basically a giant tank, and you fight another tank, and you're inside the tank, basically throwing other crap into like a cannon, and it fires out, and then you run out and go into the other tank, and take the enemy tank out. It's interesting. So I have no idea what category that would be in.
Lusty, did you want to talk Barry?
Yeah, we can. We might as well. Well, there's, 4 of the 5 of us who are paying attention to it. But yeah, so that one spot that I found is in what they're calling Horseshoe Valley, which is not far. It's not in Barrie proper, but it seemed like Bill thought it would be close enough.
That's the house. That's the house place.
That's the Executive Chalet. What's it called? Executive Chalet at Horseshoe Valley. Yeah. And it will hold up to 8. And then I put together I threw together quickly that spreadsheet. So I'm hoping that my math all checks out there.
Should I pull that up?
Yeah, if you want to check my work there,
check his spreadsheet.
That'd be appreciated. I should pull it up myself. What I basically did was said, okay, because they have slightly different rates per night based on how many people are there. So I have the number of guests. The security deposit's the same regardless. The cleaning fee and service fee are also the same regardless. The nightly fee is what changes. And so what I did was I took the nightly fee times the nights divided by the guests, and that gives us the rate for the weekend per person. Then if you then include the service fee and cleaning fee and break that per person, then you get column H. And then if you tack on the security, so you would get what we would each have to commit is column H and column I, but column I would be a deposit.
That we would presumably get back at the end.
I would assume that we aren't going to go nuts.
So, okay.
So that's per person. So like if we only got the 5 of us, you know, if we didn't get any additional, then we'd be looking at 230 something for the entire 230 something, of which 76 of it would be a deposit, which is effectively like the one. Just looking at column H, 1 night stay in a hotel is going to be that individually, if we each got our own hotel room. But then if you then extrapolate that over 3 days, we're winning in this situation, I think.
Is that okay? Column H is for all 3 nights.
That yes.
That's not a per night. That's
G
all
and
3
column
nights.
H are both all 3 nights.
You said G and H, right?
Yeah, G and H are both the entire weekend, the entire 3 nights.
Okay.
The only difference between the two is that G takes into account only the nightly fees, and H takes into account also the cleaning fee and service fee.
Well, why did you split those out? Are the cleaning fee and service fee optional things?
No, they're not.
Okay.
I should have just H is the real number.
H is the real number because we don't have a choice, right? Okay.
I was sort of breaking the math out step by step.
No, I got it. No, I get you.
Oh, and I only pasted values. I didn't paste my formulas.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So how many people have we got right now? If you assume it's Melissa and me.
Right now we have 5. If it's Julian,
you, Rocket, Melissa, and I. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But there was talk that Kyle was contemplating it. I know that Jason said he was potentially contemplating it.
Okay. Those guys seem like they're probably okay. Go ahead.
There was the newer guy from Connecticut, VG Collectaholic, was talking about trying to get up there.
Okay.
He apparently has. Yeah, I think Dean mentioned that. Now P1 and Colleen and Dean and those guys, I think, all have other arrangements.
Yeah.
Figured out. If they didn't, then we could certainly fit them here. But it sounds like they've got their stuff already.
P1 and Colleen and Dean. Is that who you said?
Yeah, I think Dean's got something. I don't know if it's also.
Yeah, they're all staying with people out there. I think.
This is the price per day, or is this the price total per person? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's probably cheaper than Portland. So, right?
Is it? What'd you guys pay? Yeah.
Portland would have been, than Portland was.
All right. So what happened? Okay. So this is an 8-person. So what, let me ask this. I mean, if there's only 5 of us, this is an 8-person house.
Yeah, it has. So let me pull up here. Let me just screen share the listing.
Sure.
Hopefully nobody watching is going to snag this from us, please.
You turn off the stream then. Turn off the stream.
You
call it a night.
You can hide your broadcast.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'll just read it then. I won't.
Okay. Avert your eyes, viewers.
Yeah.
Can you put it in the group chat? Can you put the link in the group chat?
Yeah.
Yes. That I can do. Yeah. So it's got 3.5 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. But actually,
my question is if there's only 5 of us, are they going to book 3 other people in there with us?
No. No, their minimum guests is 4. Like 4 is their base. It's not a shared. It's the entire house.
So we get the whole house for the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They start tacking on a few extra bucks after. So if you notice, there's a different rate for 5, 6, 7, or 8 per night, and that's because we're over 4. So if you have just 4 people,
why isn't this working? Is the page supposed to scroll? It's like not scrolling. Is it just my browser? What the hell's going on here?
Working perfectly fine for me.
Frickin' Windows, God.
You're using Internet Explorer?
Yeah.
They're just fine.
Let me put it on Edge. I don't have anything else on this computer.
Why don't you download Chrome or something?
I know, that's what they yell. Everybody yells at me all the time. Get Chrome, get Chrome.
Doesn't cost.
There we go.
Yeah, it says no parties or events, but it's not like it's not like we're hosting something.
It's time.
No, I don't plan on spending very much time here at all. Right?
I agree.
All right, let's see here. Let me just, no smoking, not suitable for pets, no parties, check in after. Cancel it. So once we book it, if we cancel, we're out 50%.
About 50% of the nightly fees. The cleaning and service fees are not part of that. So
Okay.
at 207 over 3 nights, that's $621. If we canceled, we would be out half of that.
All right. Well, how specific do we want to get here now?
The tricky part is that we may, like, the guest count, like, it might be worth messaging the host and asking, like, hey, we have 5, but there's a chance that we may need up to 8. Are we okay to, just to make sure that we're okay to change that up until that time? I wouldn't want to commit to 8 and then have to back that off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that
Okay.
I think that we would need 8. I mean, I don't know that there's a lot of people who talk about doing it, but then don't follow through or don't end up making that happen.
I mean,
I was
NJ
raising my
Retro, he's
hand.
having a kid, right? He's not going to be going. He's unlikely to go, right?
I would think he's unlikely to go, but he seemed to
Be interested, though.
to us, he seemed to say to us 2 weeks ago that it was hey, it's only a 10-hour drive. I'm not, if it's going to be the
Meetup of the year.
meetup of the of this year, then why not take advantage of going? But
I can't say whether I'd end up going or not. I still need to get my passport. Nope, it's Canada.
Yeah, you should be okay.
I'm used to you guys talking about Portland.
All right. Well, okay. So what happened? So what happens next? I mean, what do we need to move forward on this?
so the thing I need to find out, I have never booked through Airbnb, so I don't know what I don't know what it takes. Like, if there's an account and if there's billing associated to that account, I would assume that if there's a cancellation requirement, then it would, then if that were the case, that there would be something that they could charge in that case. But
All right. So you think you need an Airbnb account?
yeah, I can confirm my wife has used it before.
Okay.
I can see if we can just use hers, or if I don't know if she used it or if her sister or somebody else booked with it.
All right.
But I can check. Let me check on that. Over the next day, I will get confirmation of that, and then we can. I mean, if we're all good with it, we can. I mean, I can message and ask about if we say we're going to do 5 now, and if it ends up being 6 or 7, is that okay?
Okay.
It wouldn't be any more than 8, which is fine. That seems to be their maximum is 8.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to talk to Melissa about it too. So give me a day so we can review it if that's okay.
That's good. That other listing that we had found would have been a little more perfect, but I think that we kind of hit that one hard with a lot of pings. So all of a sudden, not only did they double their rate, but then they said that it's a 4-night minimum stay.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll cool off after they realize no one's going to book.
Yeah, I mean, if they said 3, we would have still been good at that one, and that one was even less. That one was $50 less per night.
Okay.
So that one's still a possibility. If
Barry's just one day, right?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
4 hours.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be-
6 hours now. I forget exactly.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be stuff going on that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I was just thinking because I actually have a friend in Ontario that I'd be hanging out with after that probably, but he lives in Bracebridge, so that's a bit of a hike, and no transit from there. He has a car, but it's a bit of a drive between Bracebridge and Barrie. If I'm familiar with enough with that.
Okay.
I don't know how much that would be a factor. I was just curious
What was the question? I'm sorry.
of like, just like how many days event plus other stuff going on the weekend.
Well, I think we're still planning heading up there Friday, right? Being up there Saturday, Sunday, and leaving Monday.
I think so.
that's what
Does that
This
sound
is-
right with you guys?
Mhm.
Okay.
When is this happening again? August or September?
August 13th is the Sunday.
Okay.
yeah. So it would be we'd be getting there the 11th through we'd be leaving the 14th.
Yeah.
The Monday, the 14th.
Okay.
So just to throw this out there, that that other listing is $153 a night for up to 6 guests, and
Per person?
no, 153 is the total per night. So across,
Oh, really? Okay.
so it's automatically $50 less. We just can't go above 6. It has. The issue is that they've marked it as you need to be here for 4 nights. We won't do less, and so we can try contacting them and see, see if that is,
It might be worth a shot. You know.
say that, hey, we're not country music fans.
How would you like to make some fresh American dollars?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I mean, we have plenty of time, but I mean, as the places, this is like the last place in Barrie, it looks like, for Airbnb. But it sounds like they were saying that some of the hotels have opened up new blocks.
Okay.
So that's something else to consider. I can add this one to that listing, and see if we can get them to relax back to 3 days. I will turn up the charm and see what we can do.
There you go. And that's another Airbnb one?
Yep, I will. Let me share that one too. That's this one. The only way that I was able to pull it up is by saying that we were looking at 4 days. So that's all. Yeah. So keep that in mind when you look at it. Otherwise, it's going to look marginally the same. But
Okay.
yeah,
Christine and Dan.
that one has cats though. Well, that's not a problem.
I'm allergic to cats.
Are you really?
So worst case, it's not my preference, but I'll do it if that's what works out better for everyone else.
So we have to stay with the cats.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
It says pet owner cats.
if the cats are going to be walking over me all night, that's going to be a problem. And I've stayed at places. I don't have a cat. I don't have any pets, so I don't know if that's an exaggeration. But Musty, you've got a cat.
Yeah.
Do they walk all over you at night?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
They're
she'll sleep on
sleeping,
my
right? Huh?
Yeah, we let her in the room.
I stayed at a place once. Some buddy of mine, and his cat was walking around on top of me all night.
I like
All right.
this bedroom 3 is a king size bed. I call that.
Okay.
Dibs.
I guess I should call. Are we doing this? Are we really calling?
No, it's a joke.
Okay. Okay. I gotta talk to
Only if
Melissa.
you're sharing the bed with Julian. That's
Huh?
he gets the king if he shares it with Julian.
Yeah. So at the risk of stating the obvious, Melissa and I would like to stay together.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Julian. I called dibs.
Okay. Okay, yes. There is. It says here we do have 2 cats, so please be aware that they will be present during your stay.
Okay. So that's not my preference.
Okay.
But
I still think the pricing on this executive chalet is not bad. So I'm not trying to pinch pennies here.
yeah, but I don't want to be responsible for everybody else having to shell up, an extra, whatever the numbers come out to.
But it's possible they won't even
do the 3 nights thing.
Give us the 3 nights. So
yeah, find out. Are you willing to find that out, Musty?
I can message him.
I know you're doing a lot of legwork on this, and I appreciate it.
No, that's fine. I mean, I've
been busy.
I just don't want to have it turn around to like beginning of July and we haven't gotten this figured out.
No. I think you're making really good progress here. Let me talk to Melissa about these places, and we're in as far as we know. We don't have our air travel booked yet. Okay. I don't think that's going to be the deal breaker, but because we can shift our trip back to Oregon any number of days before and after the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are you planning on flying to Chicago and driving up, Eric? Or
well, I mean, we can talk about that next if you'd like. I mean, we've mentioned it. It's been mentioned a couple times that there would be that we might meet up with. My assumption is that even you guys up in Wisconsin are going to have to drive south to get to Chicago to get around Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so you're going to be driving practically right by where we're going to be, or we can arrange to meet you relatively easily. Now, Musty, so yeah, we were expecting that we would be able to maybe hook up with you and Julian, the 3 of you, the 2 of you and Julian, and you'd pick us up in Chicago and we could proceed. Now, Musty, you mentioned that you might find it easier to get to Chicago too.
Yeah, it would be a shorter drive for me to meet where you are.
Yeah.
Than to go to Milwaukee or to drive up to where Julian's at. Okay. Julian's is basically not even an option because that's like an hour longer than Milwaukee.
Okay. So I spoke to my folks. Worst case scenario is you can park your car on their driveway.
Okay.
And my dad said he's trying to clean out the garage. You might even be able to have a spot in the garage, but I don't want to promise that.
No, as long as it's like off street.
It's off the street. It'll be on the driveway, and it won't be in their way. Okay. So you could just park it there for the 4 days, and then we could arrange for the 3 of us, you, Melissa, and I, and me, to meet up with Rocket and Julian. So yeah, the short answer, Rocket, is yeah, we're flying into Chicago. We're hoping to be picked up and potentially drive with you guys. If that doesn't work out, I don't know what we'll do. We may consider flying to Toronto, but it's going to be almost as much trouble as driving and not nearly as much fun.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's my take. We'd rather sit in the car and hang out with you guys for 8 hours than fly.
Yeah, it's like I said. I know I heard from coworkers that the discount is good, but my company has a deal with Enterprise, and apparently they give you a discount for using Enterprise or something like that. Or it's like some mixed business relation. Like we do business for them, so they do business for us. So
Okay, so you're thinking of what, renting a van or something?
Yeah, we could do something like that,
Yeah, I think if you had a small an SUV, I don't think a sedan is going to work. Not with 5 people for 8 hours. Not with our luggage. But if you had an SUV or even a minivan, that would be perfect.
Because Julian's got a van. He was planning on driving.
Okay.
But I think then for the rest of us, if anything,
Well, is he willing to take us? I guess I assumed something I shouldn't have.
I don't know.
When you said Julian's got a van, does that mean he'd be willing to drive us? I mean,
he seems
drive the van.
Yeah,
we could take turns.
Luggage. I think that's the thing is as long as whatever we're bringing can fit all of us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be bringing multiple. I would just bring enough to close the last me the trip.
Yeah, I'd have a roller bag, like a carry-on roller bag.
Yeah, but what about all your swag?
I'm not bringing trade stuff like I do.
Like you're not going to buy a bunch of stuff. I'm planning on buying 200 import Master System games. Those things take up space.
I'm not probably planning on buying much. I'm probably not planning on buying much until maybe at least Portland. So
Really?
Yeah.
The conversion rate, man. Alright.
but I don't want those Canadian variants. That's the
I know,
thing.
I know. I think I
If I
said that
see-
to somebody and I insulted them.
It's I just don't want. If there's an all English one versus a English/French version, I don't want it. Don't. I don't care how much cheaper it is.
To
Okay.
be fair, Canadians don't want the Canadian variants.
Except for Joe. He loves those Canadian Transformers.
Mhm.
All right. So, yeah, we were hoping maybe that we would figure out the logistics of driving from Chicago, Wisconsin to Chicago to Toronto to Barrie. But
Or if we
yeah.
can find a way around Toronto, it sounds like that would be ideal.
Well, yeah, we don't have to. I don't think we would have to even drive into Toronto. We could probably veer north much earlier than to avoid that whole area. At least, and at Barrie is a bit north of Toronto. It's pretty straight north of it, actually.
I
Right.
basically have to fly from Vancouver to Toronto.
Yeah.
But I can probably get picked up.
Or you could get a passport, fly into Chicago, and then drive from Chicago.
Yeah, I wasn't paying full attention.
Rocket, that might be something that you need to determine is whether Enterprise, if you rent the car, if they're going to let you take it across the border.
Yeah, no, that's the next thing I have to look into. How does that work? Or I don't know. That's
Some rental places don't like you taking it across state lines.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
I can always look into it and whatever.
All right. I think I'm going to head off. But not if there's something else that we need to talk about tonight.
I don't think necessarily anything tonight, but I'll check on the account piece and then reach out to that the one in Barrie proper, because that would save us some time. We would be a little bit closer to everybody else, and then we'd also it would save us some money in the long run too. So I can crunch the same numbers with that instead, so that we can weigh that option. Because I think the price is the same for 5 or 6, so the price only goes way down with a 6. Well, it goes down significantly with the 6th person.
Okay. Can I change the name of this one conversation?
Yeah.
In Twitter from Musty+3 to something like.
Yep.
I'm going to do it right as we speak. Something like U.S. travel planning or something. What should I call it?
Yeah, that works. I just figure it's easier for us to talk about that separate from the rest of the Barrie conversation, just because it's a lot of noise for them. Okay. I appreciate their help, but it's stuff that they don't necessarily need to worry about.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, I've changed it to U.S. travel planning. Hopefully it helps me keep them sorted out. Because one's BGE 2017, which is general, and one is us traveling, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Come up with another name if you don't like that one. I don't care.
No, that's good.
The most complication for me would probably just be transit out to Vancouver. It would be like an hour or 2 bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not terrible.
Yeah.
It's awkward. It's awkward with luggage.
Yeah. You say, is it crazy that we have more viewers now than we had at any point tonight?
Are people viewing this?
We have 5.
Or do we all just have the window open?
That's also possible, but
there's 5 people watching this one.
I mean, if you're looking at the chat, you have the window open.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. Flip your hair, Musty. What is Melissa talking about? Oh, probably you turning on the schmooze.
I was shaking.
Is back and forth an optional choice? Never mind.
Yeah, well, whip it.
Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna head out because this has been a heck of a day.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update on the travel thing. We'll keep this going, and we should be able to pay much more attention now that our guests have left.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Are you guys are you shipwrecking it?
I think are we?
Yeah, kind of tired.
Do I get to be here for the whole? I get to be here for the end.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's like the early episodes of the club where it just ended.
It just ended. You know what's funny to me is, what was it? 2 weeks ago, we had everybody under the sun coming into this thing, right?
Yeah.
And this week, was there anybody on earlier? We checked at one point, and
No.
it seemed like there was hardly anybody on.
No, it was the three of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
and that's why we decided to fill the time with listing out portable games.
Okay. Well, there's some good ones in there.
Then there will be no news between now and like E3. It's just going to be really quiet, which is fine.
Real quick on this, real quick. It seems like everyone seems to be like leaking everything right now or doing their part now. Like you already heard about Red Dead's not coming out to 2018 now, and it seems like everyone is doing their thing. What Destiny 2 just had their thing last week, Friday. You know, seems like everyone's
shocked about Red Dead.
Well, I'm just thinking everyone's trying to get their thing, and I think most of the time with previous E3s, I guess people were worried about someone outstaging them and then losing their headline.
They just get lost. They'll get lost in the noise of E3.
So it seems like everyone seems to be trying to get a story out before E3 even happens about their product.
I mean, they're going to have more spotlight now than when E3 is going in terms of having their own thing rather than a whole bunch of stuff coming out at once.
And granted, it's mostly just like the third parties that release everything on multiple platforms, not the exclusives.
Like if Xbox had an exclusive that they were holding in their deck of cards right now, they're not going to release that now.
They probably don't.
They have marketing on something. I don't know what it is, but I heard that they have marketing on something AAA. And they are going to reveal it at E3. But I have no idea.
Next Forza.
But I think it's a third-party AAA.
Oh, okay. Their own version of FIFA.
Call of Duty.
It'll be MIFA. It'll be the Microsoft International Football Association.
All right. Can I ask Musty one quick question? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Should I get Halo Wars 2 for $48?
If it comes with the original.
Yeah.
Does it come with anything else on top of that?
The Ultimate Edition I'm looking at comes with the Season Pass, the original version, which apparently was remade for Xbox One and Windows 10, all the DLC for that, and if I order it through Best Buy, I get a limited edition Merciless variant Atriox figure.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Which is just some crummy little statue. I mean, awesome statue.
He's the villain.
That was for Melissa.
He would go great in my Halo closet. Or my Halo. Right over there.
Going back to your loot. Oh, don't be watching that. All right. Anyway, so did you enjoy it? Is it worth? Look, is it worth $48 for this game? I already have the original.
Worth $48. I don't.
Oh man, Julian.
If you aren't going to be playing it multiplayer, then I'm going to say no.
Really?
Well, it's going to drop.
I know, but this is. I'm worried about the Ultimate Edition because I kind of like the idea that it comes with the original one too, but I don't know if it comes on the. I suspect it's a download.
It probably is.
Maybe I ought to wait.
I mean,
you want Black Friday cheaper.
There's also a good chance that in a year, that's a game of gold.
Yeah, you don't want to get into like a Halo Reach Legendary Edition situation where you spend.
Just remember, Black Friday sales are insane. You know.
Yeah, but this Ultimate Edition, it's once they're. I'm assuming once it's out, it's out. They're not gonna.
Yeah, but you already said. Didn't you already say you have the first one already? Why would you need to get it again?
Because it's upgraded. Because it's better.
Yeah, it's a remaster.
That's the kind of stuff that they get me that way. They always get me. All right, maybe I'll wait. You guys are convincing because I'm going to play it single player.
I would say
The most risk of you losing out on something is that statue.
And I don't care about that at all.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's the
I
best
don't
thing.
want toys and junk like that except for amiibos.
Like if that got down to 25, I would go pick it up myself. And I've
So-
already played through it. So
okay,
so
so I can get the regular version for 32. So
That'll
it's basically, huh?
That'll drop even more.
I think it will too. So it's a question of do I want the Ultimate Edition and the Ultimate Edition
Yeah.
packaging or not? And I wasn't really going to do that until I found out that because I don't care about the season pass, but I do care about the remaster of the original.
Which you
Let
could
me do
get
some
on
more.
a sale probably digitally soon.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's I was gonna say that is a Black Friday / big time. Like
Yeah, because you remember for how long the Halo Reach Legendary Edition was available and for how cheap that ended up going? I
No.
spent full price on that. Don't do that.
Okay. All right, I'll wait. Melissa loves you guys probably because you're telling me not to buy this game. All right. I'm going to go. I know Julian just joined. Hi, Julian, but I got to get out of here.
It's bedtime.
All right. Good night, guys.
I think we're gonna cut it. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Yep.